For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's the Buckles Malachi Williams in the building. True Media Today, USA Boxing. We back up in this BI, man. What today is? What is it today? Oh, I don't want to say it wrong that day. Yeah, happy Wednesday. Today Wednesday. You know what I mean? I get my days mixed up. You know what I mean? Because I be the old boy be so busy on the go, getting it in. I lose track of the days sometimes, man. What's going on? Little Green Eyes P in the building. Who else here, man? Shout out to Halim in the building, man. Halim in the building. Oh, shout out to my sister Nick. Nick, what's going on, sis? Okay. El Anoni, what's going on? El Anoni, Lisa Bell's in the building. Salute. Let's go ahead and get into the show. Let's get into the show. Our money, always getting money. Man, you know what? I've been wanting to talk about this dude. I wanted to talk about Jared Anderson last week. I got a guest coming on too. Man. A hell of a producer. Do a lot of very known in the music industry. I got the brother coming on now, Don Juan. I got Don Juan coming on, man. Don Juan coming on out of Kansas City. He'll be on the show. He'll be on the show a little bit later, probably the next 20 minutes or so. So, Jared Anderson, I I've been wanting to talk about him for a minute, right? Because right now, the UK got the heavyweights. They got Tyson Fury. He got the belt, and Tyson Fury know how to market himself. Oleksandr Usyk, he don't say nothing, but he got 3 belts he took from Joshua. He over there in Ukraine. So in America, we had Trevor Bryan. We had a champ over here. Well, we had 2 champs. We had shout out to Food Revolution. We had 2 champs. We had the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder. To this day. Mr. To this day. True. Then we had my dog. Well, we had New York's very own, New York City very own Trevor Bryan.
But this ball is taking the easy matches. Fight another ball.
Had Trevor Bryan, and I'm like, okay, we got my dog 6-Figure Johnny, but I don't think nobody looking at 6-Figure Johnny as one of the top guys. But we got my dog 6-Figure Johnny. The F.A. Ejagba really ain't American, so I guess it don't matter. But I'm saying like the UK got it on lock. Y'all got the heavyweights on lock kind of right now. Over here in the U.S., we still trying to find our own. The glimmer of hope. The glimmer of hope was, I guess, was Wilder, but then Tyson Fury had to come ruin those plans. Cherry pick going wrong. But listen, let me tell you something. Never pick up. Hey, shout out to Buster Can Man Caston. If you cherry picking and you looking for the finest of the cherries in the heavyweight division, don't pick no dude. I don't know if that was an art to cherry picking. You would probably have to do what Jamal Charlo is doing. Follow the Jamal Charlo path or follow the Jaime Munguia path, especially the Jaime Munguia, boy. Boy, Jaime Munguia, Lord have mercy. Boy, between him and Jamal Charlo, boy, hush. Boy, listen, boy, they pick is the finest of the cherries. True. Yeah, man. And you know what? And before we get into the show, if you are the ops, I didn't know what ops meant. We were doing the show, right? Shout out to Knockdown 305. Hey, shout out to Rick Sequoia. What's going on? Hey, we were doing the show, right? Jamario, what's happening? Hey, we were doing the show, right? And I think it was a jitterbug. It was a jitterbug in the chat. Yeah, he said something about, coach got ops. I didn't know what ops mean. I said, what's ops? What that is? He said ops mean opposition, coach. Your enemies, your haters. Oh, okay. Well, why did we just say that? So ever since then, I learned a new word. That was I think I learned that about 4 months ago. Yeah, about 4 or 5 months ago, I learned what ops was. So, but you get what I'm saying, though. You get what I'm saying. So you know what I mean. We got a few ops. Might be a few stragglers. You know what I mean. It is what it is, man. This is to the ops.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
The motherfucker op. Sign the contract. Set the 47, 30, 80, 20. Take whatever we give you. Drop the Addy. I'm Mr. Derzoon. I'm team Haney, baby. I'm team takeover. I'm like, goddamn, boy, you jumping from one Johnson to another Johnson to another Johnson. You might well going over there with third leg Tyrone and jump on his Johnson too. True. No loyalty. How can I ride with you? You ain't got no loyalty. Every time I turn around, you switching allegiance. You know what I mean? Take your medication, son. Take your medication.
How much for an order of ribs?
$250.
$250.
Yes, sir, man. Anthony Peterson will be fighting Saturday as well. On the Tank Davis undercard. He's fighting a dude by the name of Raul Chirino. Raul. Shout out to Raul. Now they say Raul got some hands. He does have 16 losses. Raul does have 16 losses, and he's been knocked out 13 times. Now he does have 16 losses, and he's been knocked out 13 times. But we just gonna put all that to the side. Don't worry about that deal. And got somebody he fighting. I guess that's the best that Al Hemi can do under the sun.
Either go hard or go strong. Give me the ball, touchdown when it's walking long. Killer jumper when I'm in my zone. Knock it out the park, then I'm headed home. Extra in his base, low, you know who they calling on. Either go hard or go strong. Give me the ball, touchdown when it's walking long. Killer jumper when I'm in my zone. Knock it out the park, then I'm headed home. Extra in his base, low, you know who they calling on. It's either go hard or go strong. I'm not giving up until the clock goes gone, cause I'm not afraid. Plus we got this made. I'd be doing this if I wasn't getting paid, cause it's for the love. I get from above, it's no dub, straight to the rack, don't scrub. Play some D, but remember the kid heavily, so do so reverently. Cross it over so pleasantly. Put me in the ring, watch the flurry. Now they vision blurry, running circles, no rehearsals, in a hurry, no.
Hell, man, it is what it is, man. He said Raul needs some water. He need that water. Yeah, we're gonna get that water for him, man. With water. We're gonna get that water for Raul. Raul, don't worry about it, baby boy. You know, you come to get the check. Now, sources say, I don't know how true this is now. Sources say they ain't really making no. Oh, Lord have mercy, boy. Shoot. Boy, shaking like a leaf in the middle of a hurricane over there, boy. I don't know. Sources say, man, that shaking like booty meat over there. That's what I heard. Now I heard it shaking like booty meat over there. I don't know how true that is now. No, I ain't doing no pocket watching or nothing like that there. But I'm just saying though. You get what I'm saying? Let's get into this though. Let's get into this here. Raul been knocked out 13 down. Okay. Can Jared Anderson? That's what I want to know, guys. Well, I just want to know, can this guy Jared Anderson become a superstar, the next heavyweight superstar, or do you guys think that he's overrated? My guest Don Juan will be on the show later on today. Don Juan, you know what I mean? We're gonna run everything down with him, man. He from the music industry, man. We're gonna have Don Juan on the show in probably in a few minutes. He'll be coming on. I want to try to have guests on every day or every other day. That's what I want to try to do. It's just different kind of guests and many different backgrounds. You know what I mean? If you participated in the one leg up contest and you was the best one leg upper in your neighborhood, and you want to come on the show and help host the show with me, just go ahead and come on, hit me up. Hit me up at TRUMediaUSABoxing at gmail.com. TRUMediaUSABoxing at gmail.com. You spell it true, TRU. Hit me up right there, and we can see, can we get one leg up Susie on the show? If you the type of dude, you the type of dude that, you know, you a gigolo, bam bam bigelow, certified pimp like a gigolo. If you one of those type dudes, you gigolo Tony, and you want to come over here and spread the pimping. You want to spread the pimping, get your brand out there. Come on over here, holler at the old boy, man. We got sponsorship packages as well. If you a pimp and you ain't got no females, but you want to advertise and let everybody know about your pimping, just get in contact with Coach Malachi Williams. TRUMediaUSABoxing at gmail.com. TRUMediaUSABoxing at gmail.com. If you're a corporation and you're looking to get your corporation out there, you know what I mean? If you specialize in selling Nick Sacks and you smoking a Nick Sack of Reggie and you want to move up to get some gas, get some good green, leave that Reggie alone, hit the old boy up at TRUMediaUSABoxing at gmail.com, and we can see what we can work out and get you on the show, man, and see can we get some tenderonis and get you worked out, get you off that Reggie. Let's give Reggie a round of applause. True. Anybody smoke a Reggie, give him a round of applause. Let's do that, man. don't tell me you Gigolo Tony, you ain't got no money in your pocket. There's a whole bunch of broke Gigolo Tonys on the air now. Whole bunch. Now, can Jared Anderson become the next heavyweight superstar? Is the question that a lot of boxing fans are asking. So far, he looks good. He passes the eye test, but there are still a lot of questions out there about Jared Anderson. They call him Big Baby. Questions like what, coach? Questions like, what will he do when he get in the ring with some real competition? Can he take a punch? How will he handle adversity in the ring? What is adversity? He might get stunned, he may get hurt, he may get knocked down. You know what I mean? Not once, but maybe even multiple times. Now, we do know that he trained with Tyson Fury. That's a lot of experience training with Tyson Fury. You see what I'm saying? Because the Gypsy King, you know, we know that boy can fight. I ain't crazy about Tyson Fury outside of the ring, I'm not going to lie. But inside of the ring, the boy, that South Sucker can fight. Boy, I can't take nothing from him. True. Shout out to World Comeback Sports. Oh, Daddy Boxing is so daddy. Oh, Daddy. Shout out to Jaime Rivera. Shout out to Brandon 12. What's going on, fam? What's going on? You say Fury sleeps, Big Baby? Well, you know, they sparring partners. I don't know if he sleep him now. I don't know if he gonna sleep, Big. I don't know if he sleep him. You know what I mean? Only way we gonna find out, they got to actually fight each other. But there's nothing wrong with you believing that, though. There's nothing wrong with you believing that. But so far, he looks good, man. He passes the eye test, but there are still, as a matter of fact, there was a rumor that Big Baby had no hurt a drop Tyson Fury in training. But that was a rumor that was put out there by Malik Scott and Deontay Wilder and them. But it might be some validity to that. You know what I mean? I hear the young bull can scrap now. I hear the young bull can do his thing. I heard he more than held his own against the Gypsy King. That's what I heard. You see what I'm saying? Now, that don't mean that he'll beat him in the fight or whatever the case may be, but that's neither here nor there. Now, the question that a lot of people have is, you know, what would he do when he face some kind of adversity? Can he take a punch? You know, how will he handle the adversity in the ring if he ever faces it? And most fighters will face adversity in the ring. Can he beat Frank Sanchez? What about F.A. Ejagba? Tyson Fury, he trains with him. He's a sparring partner with Tyson Fury. Oleksandr Usyk. What about Anthony Joshua? Can he beat Otto Wallin? What about the Juggernaut, Joyce? You see what I'm saying? With so many questions and not enough answers, only time will tell if Jared Anderson will become the next superstar in the heavyweight division. Now, you guys tell me what you think. What you think about Jared Anderson? Now, in America, now we ain't really got much. You know what I mean? We wishing on a star right now. You know what I mean? We wishing on a star. I'm trying to get hippity. Shout out to Nick Rich. What did he say? He said Big Baby is pure comedy. You know what I mean? Now we got some stars now. Now we do have some stars. We do have some stars now. I can tell you that right now. We got some stars that can throw that can really throw them paws and really make it do what it do. You feel me? Old pussy ass nigga, what's going on, boy? I'm telling you, boy, I'm knock your fuck ass out, boy. Blow for blow, pound for pound, nigga. I got the title, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, finna knock one of you what kind of niggas out. Nigga, I got these hands, nigga. I'm throwing them paws at that nigga, finna knock your ass down again, nigga. Get your ass back up, nigga. Don't run, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, I want all the smoke. Nigga, I'm throwing them paws, nigga. I'm putting them hands on you, nigga. I told you what I'm gonna do to you, nigga. Catch you with the check left hook. Nigga, check left hook, nigga. I told you, boy, pound for pound, nigga. I'm the best. This more action than any Devin Haney fight. Put these paws on you, nigga. I told you, I got your backing up, nigga. I got your backing up. Nigga, watch that check left foot, knock your ass down again, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, it is what it is, nigga. I'm gonna make it do what it do. I'm telling you, boy, we ain't even playing over here, boy. Boy, hey, that fight footage right there, boy. They throwing him too, boy. Yeah, but I was told you, hey, call one of them, calling them slipping. They were slipping. They were talking about pulling up and dropping the addy. Talking about they got shooters. They missed the zone. You know, they team Haney. They team takeover. They were saying they was with the Alphabet Boys. They jumping from one group to another group. Hibbity came up in that bitch. But I ain't even playing with it. Yeah, but nigga, what's up, boy? Shit, chin up in the air. The chin was up in the air, too. I'm going to just overwhelm you with offense. You ain't going to get a chance to counter me. You ain't going to get a chance to counter me. True. Hey, I'm going to just overwhelm you with offense. You see what I'm saying? You know, and he dropped Buddy, and he dropped the other rabbit a couple of times. Dropped him a couple of times. Bam! Went up on him. Bam! He said, get your punk hand down. Bam! You know, dropped him a couple of times. No referee to break it up. There was no grabbing and holding, no clinching. You ain't seen none of that. Just straight pause. That's what I'm talking about. Now, you know, in a perfect world, we like to see fights like that in a perfect world. You see what I'm saying? Hey, T say it was a slip, coach. What, he slipped 2 times? He slipped 2 times. Hey, T say it was a slip. What, he slipped 2 times? Hey, and we, you know what? If we would have had a referee, watching that fight, Guess what? That would have been scored a knockdown. That would have been 2 knockdowns. 2 knockdowns. I'm telling you right now, man. Hey, but all jokes aside, what y'all think about Jared Anderson though? Because I'm checking him out, right? Hold on. I'm checking him out, right? Let's look him up right quick. Because I'm checking him out. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I like Big Baby. You see what I'm saying? I don't think his name should be Big Baby since we already had a Big Baby in boxing. You know what I mean? We already had a Big Baby in boxing. So he taking another man's name. You know what I mean? You know, the other Big Baby got caught. I think he took the whole pharmacy. He had so much the other Big Baby, he had so much PEDs in his system. They said when they tested him, he had like 7, 8 different PEDs in his system. You know what I mean? So, I you know, he's a Jared Donovan Anderson, right? So this Big Baby right here, he 13-0. 13-0. How many knockouts he got? 13-0, 13 knockouts. So he's a knockout artist, baby. True. He's a knockout artist. Now, let me see something. This dude stopping everybody. Okay, let me see. Let's see what he got. All right, his first fight. Stopped the dude in the first round. Third round. First round. Fourth round. First round. Sixth round. He stopped this dude in the 6th round. Jeremiah Carpenter. He stopped him in the 2nd round. Second round, and 2nd round. Okay, so he been stopping some dudes. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not familiar with any of these names. Jerry Forrest. I think I might have heard of Jerry Forrest. Oleksandr. I often say, boy, it looked like he fought Oleksandr Usyk, but that was another Oleksandr. That's not Oleksandr Usyk. That's another Oleksandr. This dude here name is Oleksandr Teslenko. Oleksandr Teslenko. He fought a Vladimir too. So he beat a Vladimir and an Oleksandr. That got to count for something. True. Hey, he beat a Vladimir and an Oleksandr. All right, okay, so we might can get some get back. Hey, what did he say? He said only been to a 6th round. More work will help. Nah, his last fight was the 10th round. He had a 10-rounder. He just stopping him though. He's stopping him. Hey, Rick, he's stopping him though. You see what I'm saying? He 13-0. Shout out to AI. He said Riddick Bowe was Big Daddy. Much more fitting than Big Baby. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, Big Daddy. Yeah, you get what I'm saying though? I like him though. I like him. You know, but he 13-0. Brady say tomato cans and cherries, but he only 13-0 though. You get what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be fighting no killers your first 13 fights, Brady. You get what I'm saying? Now he went top rank. He gonna have to fight somebody. You can believe that. We can believe that. I guess what? We will have the lovely Ebony Taylor. She's supposed to be on the show tomorrow as well.
Ebony Taylor is stepping onto the R&B scene with the soulful. Visit us online at freewayrecordsllc.com.
Yeah, man, the one Mr. Ham, what's going on, fam? Hey, the one Mr. Ham, what's going on, fam? Hey, that rhyme, you know what I mean? Y'all know I used to rap. Back in the day, right? Y'all know I used to rap. I had a record deal and everything. I had a demo deal with Atlantic. That's it. Shout out to West Side. What'd you say? He say Sergio. What'd he say, West Side? Sergio, coach. Oh, shit, I'm going to beat you here. Coach. Sergio, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about on West Side. Thuggin' D, what's going on, man? Thuggin' D, you heard me? What's happening? What's happening? Thuggin' D. Thuggin' D. Hey, Thuggin' D, you know what? If you was a rapper, that's a good rap name. Shout out to my sister, Misfit. Misfit, I ain't seen you since 1979. Man, where you been at? Misfit, where you been at? I ain't heard from you since 72. Last time I saw you, you was riding a green and gold, deuce and a quarter. Yeah. Shout out to Misfit. The green and gold, deuce and a quarter. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I ain't saying nobody, we ain't seen you. Hey, shout out to Thuggin' D, but you know what though? If you was a rapper or you was at the academy, okay, for sure, sis. Listen, Thuggin' D, you know what? If you was a rapper, that's a good name, Thuggin' D. Now, I was thinking about it, right? You know, Because you got all the other, you got Young Thug, you got they call him Thugger, Lil Uzi Bird, Lil Cadillac Slim, 21 Savage, you know what I mean? Thug and D, you know what I mean? Thug and D. Thug, yeah, hey, yeah, you know what I mean? Thug and D, yo, I'm Thug and D, man, you know what I mean? I'm from B More, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? I'm Thug and D, you know what I mean? We throwing them paws. I represent Tank Davis. I represent Tank. What's but anyway? But back to Big Baby. So, what are y'all thinking about? What do you think about it? Do you think that who would you like to see him fight next? Like, who would you like to see him fight next? You see what I'm saying? Like, because I'm hearing a lot about him. I like him a lot, but at the same time, again, he does have to be tested. Now he has sparred with Tyson Fury, got some good work in, and I heard he held his own against Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury used F.A. Ejagba. I think he used F.A. Ejagba. I'm talking about the sparring. F.A. Ejagba, Big Baby Anderson. He was, he sparred, used them to help prepare him for the Wilder fight, the third fight. You see what I'm saying? The third fight. So, you feel me? You know what I mean? So, oh yeah, Zane. Yeah. You know what? West Side. Yeah. I would like to see him in that with Zane. Zane got robbed that last fight. I think he got robbed the last fight, to be honest with you. Yeah, I would like to see him in that with Zane. Some of them bigger names. As a matter of fact, let's look at the heavyweights. Let's look at the heavyweights and see what they got. Hold on, guys. Let's look at the heavyweight. Okay, let's go to the ratings right here. Let's pull up the heavyweights. Let's pull up the heavyweights and see what they have. Let's look at this here. Hold on, guys. Right here, check it out. Now this according to Ring. Now they got the champ. They got Oleksandr Usyk. He got 3 belts. So that's obvious. He should be the champ. They got Tyson Fury #1 right there, right? Between these two fighters, they 50-0 with one draw. They got Deontay Wilder right there, #2. Anthony Joshua, #3. They got Big Joyce, the Juggernaut. That's a big dude. God damn, Joe's big. Then they got Andy Ruiz, Andy Tequiero Taco Bell Ruiz. Then they got Dillian White. Yeah, Dillian White didn't look good his last fight at all, bro. Like, man, it might be time for Dillian White to hang it up. Then they got Ortiz. He been boxing since 1982. Not 1982. 1952. He was Ortiz was boxing back there when David and Goliath. When David and Goliath had the fight, Don King and Bob Arum promoted their infamous fight with David and Goliath back in the biblical times. He was back there then too. He was an amateur back then. Then let's see. Then we got Joseph Parker. Have him there. Ergovich. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't mind seeing. And then Frank Sanchez. I wouldn't mind seeing. Now they trying to tell me this dude 32 years old. Boy, hush, ain't nothing 32 about Frank Sanchez. There ain't nothing 30 or 2 about Frank Sanchez. Where he 32 at? That's what I want to know. Then that man like he 42. Come on, man. True. You know they got them Cuban years. In Cuban years, see, in Cuban years, he's 42. But in American years, when they come over here, they age go back 10 years. So he 32 years old in American years. It's like a dog, right? You know how you have a dog, for every one human year, 7 years for a dog. So if you got a dog that's 10 years old, he's 70 years old in dog years. So, in American years, he's 32. But in Cuban years, he's in his 40s. For real, though. True. Absolutely. That's how it works. Shout out to Phil on the tube. What you say, Daniel Dubois? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, you know what? Hey, P, I'm with you on that. They need to put him in there. They got to put him in there with any one of these guys right here. I think the Big Baby, you know what? I don't know about Frank. Frank might be a little bit too much for him right now, huh? He a Cuban fighter too. Yes, sir. He a Cuban fighter. Hey, you know what? We got my guest right here, man. Once again, it's on, man. We got the one and only, the legendary Kansas City's finest, Don Juan in the building. Let's get it. Don Juan, what's going on, baby boy?
What's going on, man? How you doing, man?
Oh, good,
bro. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. What's happening, man? You in Kansas City?
Yes, I'm in Kansas City, Missouri, born and raised. You hear me?
All right. Well, the people don't know who you are, right? They don't know who you are. So let everybody who may not know who you is, give them a little backstory about who you is. You know, we talk a lot of boxing over here as well, but I just want to bring you in and just let everybody know exactly who you are, where you come from, what's your background and stuff like that.
Yo, man, I come from Kansas City, Missouri, born and raised. Missouri's in the Midwest, about 4 hours from St. Louis. You know what I mean? We right down the street. We call it I-70 Cousins. And I'm an artist, music producer, a DJ. I started off DJing and rapping. And, man, I've been in the business now. I'm into film producing and directing. And, man, been an executive in the game, putting out artists and different stuff like that. So they call me Don Juan from Kansas City, Missouri, music producer, artist, and all that.
All right, so you said you say name some of the artists that you have worked with. If it's I know you have indie artists that you work with, but name some of the artists that you might have worked with, or some projects that you worked on that from a national scale that the people may know about.
If you check out the Loonies, you know I got 5 on it. Shout out to my boy Yuckmouth. That's one artist that I got to work with, man, who put me in the game on a major level. Man, so many I'll be happy to remember. Definitely, Tech 9 is what everybody know me for.
Tech 9, yeah.
Yeah, Tech 9 is somebody that I work with.
You discovered Tech 9. Did you discover Tech 9?
Yes, I discovered Tech 9. Me and my partner Diamond, we the ones that put him out on our label, and we dropped his first records.
What's the name of your label?
Misery Entertainment.
Misery Entertainment.
Yep.
Okay.
From Missouri.
Yeah, from Missouri. Okay, so what for the people who don't know, right? Like me, right? I was an artist myself back in the day. But what I see what's going on, and I'm gonna tie this together. In boxing, right? You have a lot of fighters who are they're independent. Well, all fighters are 1099 contractors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And some of them, they may not be affiliated with major promotional companies. Most of them got to get it the hard way, try to get in where they fit in. From an independent standpoint, you're very familiar with the independent scene. Explain to me in 2000, what's different between now in 2023 from an independent standpoint to how it was when you first came in the game. Like, explain to me what's the difference or the connect if it is a connection.
Yeah, real talk. The difference is from now and then, we didn't have the internet. So you had to get hot state to state. You had to use FedEx. Now you got the internet, man. You know, you can get right on the phone. Back then, you had to use CDs, tapes, vinyl. You had to mail it out. You know, you had to really go hand to hand like a politician. Shake hands and kiss babies. Now you got the internet, you got streaming. So the only thing that's different to me is the streaming aspect because it's digital phones. You know what I mean?
Okay. So that's the only difference that's now, right?
Yeah.
That you see. I had I don't know if you know who Kid Austin is. I had a young fighter on here by the name of Kid Austin, and his father on here, right? Okay. And his father come from the music industry. He was an A&R. I forgot which record label he was an A&R with, but he was saying that the entertainment contracts are very similar to the boxing contracts. He said they're very similar, just the language is different. How important is media to an indie artist? You know, how to utilize media in order to get their name, their brand out there. And I want to tie it into what I'm going to go into next.
The difference is what, you know, it's like now me and my man was talking about last night. If you don't have the media, the marketing and promotion to get to the media, with so much music coming out right now, a lot of indie artists get lost in the shuffle. You know what I mean? So to me, you need the media because the media and the marketing and promotion allows you to grow. If you don't have that, out of 60, 100,000 songs getting uploaded to Spotify, you kind of just get lost in the sauce. It's some good music, it's some bad music, but if you got a lot of good music, you kind of get lost in the sauce because there's so many artists. So the only way to be different and to get out there and for people to see you and not get lost in that sauce, you need some media like I'm doing now. I'm on the podcast with you. So if I wasn't on this podcast, I might not get heard for the people that haven't heard of me because everybody's not going to hear of you. So you have to be in tune with the media and you definitely have to market and promote.
Would you, it's amazing you say that because over here we talk about a lot of fighters, and I look at fighters as like recording artists. You know, because you know when fighters come to the ring, they listen to their favorite musician, listen to their favorite rapper, whatever the case may be, get hyped up, get motivated. But the reason why I tie it this way is because just like what you said, what recording artists need to do, especially on the independent scene, I feel like the fighters need to do the same thing. A lot of these fighters, we have social media, but they don't know how to really work it and utilize it in order to establish their fan base, you know, the region that they box in. And I always felt like that these fighters now they should study the recording artists, study the independent rappers, because it's literally damn near, it's literally the same thing. You might not can't rap, sing, or produce, but you know, it's entertainment from a marketing standpoint. What say you about that? About maybe some of the fighters can learn something from an independent artist who really
one thing I learned, like if you watch, it's like Nipsey Hussle did. He came out with a mixtape and he sold it for $1,000. Now, each copy wasn't worth $1,000, but marketed and branded it to where people. He made an awareness through the media, and then Jay-Z started bought some copies. And he didn't have no idea, R.I.P. to Nipsey, he didn't have no idea that Jay-Z was going to do that. Well, same way with the boxers. To me, say, a boxer might say, hey, my gloves that I fought in on the ring, I'm going to put them up for sale, or, you know, stuff like that, or... your volume
sound choppy.
Okay.
Say something now?
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, just do what I need you to sign out, just log out and come back in.
Okay, cool.
All right, I'm gonna come back in. Listen, the reason why I brought Don Juan on is what I realized was he's very successful. He's been in it for a long time, discovered Tech 9 and stuff like that. But I say this, I think that all of the fighters can literally learn from independent artists. Just look at the rappers. Don Juan, you back, baby. Go ahead, fam.
So what I was saying, you know, I learned that you get each one by one. So I noticed with all the successful indie artists, they talk back to their fans. So I feel like if the boxers would even if they only got 100 followers or 200 followers, and if you talk to them people and say what's up and thank you and you know, respond to them one by one, you start building up that fan base. So I feel like, you know, it's different, but it's the same. You have to definitely talk with the people because we're in a people business. Same way with the boxers.
Yes,
it's
sir.
like a show. When a rapper performs, he's on stage. That boxer is on stage performing. So you got to engage with the people.
Man, you hit the nail. Man, let's give him a round of applause for that, man. Boy, let me tell you something. Man, you said some real shit. He said some real shit. The one Mr. Ham. The one Mr. Ham, what you say, fam? The one Mr. Ham he say facts, Don Juan. Yeah, the facts, like, this is what they're missing. You've been in the business a minute. You've seen success. You know it from the up and down.
Yep.
So from the ground up and stuff like that. I think that a lot of these fighters, because a lot of these fighters don't nobody know who they are when they're walking down the street. They don't even control their market or the region or the city that they come from. And I think that's what they can learn from the indie artists.
That's right. I believe that. That's what I see with a lot of people, no matter what, if they starting businesses, whether they boxing, whether they cutting hair, if you don't market and engage in the people don't realize it's about selling. I don't care what you're selling, whether you're selling yourself or a product, you have to engage with the people. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand when you're starting to do business, whether you're boxing, rapping. If you don't engage with the people, we can really learn from the politicians. They might sell you some bullshit, but they out there, when they go on that campaign besides the internet, if you go they go state to state, city to city. They shaking hands, kissing babies, talking to the people, engaging with the people. If you don't engage with the people, you really won't make no money because people buy merchandise. Say with the boxers, if they had a hot t-shirt, if you engage with the people, then people gonna buy that t-shirt. Then once they see that boxer on that t-shirt, they like, who is that? Oh, that's this boxer I met. Same with the rappers. I tell them all the time, man, create you a product to sell to the people. Whether it's a t-shirt, whether it's a sticker, whether it's a poster, get something to sell because life is people. And if you give more of the people what you want, eventually the people give back to you.
Yes, sir, man. I couldn't have said it better, man. Right now, you giving free uncut game. I'm like, it ain't nothing I can say on that. You hit the nail right on the head. How did you meet Freeway Ricky Ross? I heard you doing a little something with him. How did you meet him?
I met Freeway Rick through. I got a homeboy named Tyrone Richardson. Shout out to Tyrone. And I was hearing about Rick Ross through. Before he got out of jail, I watched American Gangster, the TV show that was on BET. The internet. You always heard his name. You heard different rappers mention him. And then as the rapper came out with Rick, Rick Ross the rapper, which me understanding where he got his name from, I started watching more about Freeway Ricky Ross. And I had told my business partner, Chris Danielle, I said, man, for some reason, I got a feeling I'm going to end up meeting Freeway Ricky Ross. Then my boy Tyrone hit me up when Freeway got out of jail. He was like, yeah, Freeway, my man. I can't wait for y'all to meet. So I went out to California, man, and I got to hang out with him. And that was the start of a relationship. And now, he done made me executive at the label, producing, and we got a record we about to do called The Peace Rally. But Freeway Rick, man, that's my big bro. That's the big homie. I love him to death. And that's basically how I met him. I was introduced to him by another homeboy of mine.
You I don't know how well you follow boxing. Do you follow boxing at all?
I really do, man. I'm kind of out of touch because I've been so getting involved with this music. So I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I'm out of touch.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So, what are some of the projects? I know you said that you're working on the peace. What is the peace project with Freeway Ricky Ross?
The Peace Rally. The
Peace Rally, because of a lot of violence that's going on in the inner cities. I always feel that you talked about the media, and I say on my show, right, because we have certain fighters who get upset. They don't like the way the media talks about them. Certain fighters say they want to put hands on certain podcasters or bloggers and stuff like that if they see them, which is a terrible idea. But yeah, but what is I believe in celebrities using their power, their platform, especially if you come from the inner cities, in order to give the people in that community hope, stuff like that. This particular project that you're working on with Freeway, you said it's called, what is it called again?
The Peace Rally.
The Peace Rally. Let me write that down.
It's an upgrade from, if you go back in hip hop, they had a record called Self-Destruction.
Self-Destruction, all in the same game.
Yep, and all in the same game. Had all the West Coast rappers. So it's going to be an upgraded version of that. Okay, the Peace Rally. Well, why is this necessary? Because, man, if you look at all rap right now, man, if you look up every week, every month, a rapper is getting killed. The ratio of rappers is getting killed is almost 10 out of 10 right now, where before, if you go back in the day, it was just Tupac, Biggie, Scott LaRock, a couple other rappers that might pass away. But now with the rapping, man, all you see is rappers dying. You see more people dying overdosing on drugs because people taking fentanyl. You see more violence through the internet. You got people killing their loved ones and family. So I think and agree with Ross, Rick, that right now, man, we gotta show some actions and put some peace out there and stop the violence, because the violence is killing us, especially in the black neighborhoods. Yeah, the black communities, and I do see that Freeway is trying to make a change as of late to that. How powerful in your opinion is music? I'm 48 years old, and I remember a time. I remember seeing the transition from the 80s until the gangster rap. That's what I noticed with the NWAs, the Eazy-E's, stuff like that. And out in the West Coast, they more rapped about the gang culture, how it was, the realities of that. And it seemed like that now that ever since the record labels corporatized it and made it what it was, blew it up from Dr. Dre and stuff like that. Now it seemed like that era is still going on today. Just the you remember how the videos used to look back in the day on BET, when the women used to be dressed and stuff. Now it's the strip. It's, to me, the stripper culture, which was ushered into the music industry by Luke, Two Live Crew, and the gang culture, which was introduced to the world through NWA, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Yellow, MC Ren, stuff like that, DLC. Right. It seemed like that
that, even though that happened in the 80s, late 80s, it seems like that still has a stronghold on the industry today, and it's affected the culture. And what I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. We value dysfunction. We
Yes,
value death and destruction. How do you feel about that?
Well, the sad part, when we was coming up, we knew that you couldn't rap and actually be killing people. We knew that you couldn't do rap songs and actually be in the streets, because rap is a street thing, and we was kind of basically imitating some of the guys in the neighborhood that sold dope and hustled. But I feel like if you look at some of the older rap songs, man, a lot of them girls in the videos didn't even have on tight booty shorts. Like you said, it was just Luke. You know, you could catch Luke or a couple of artists, but back then, you know, if you look at even California Love, Tupac, some of the East Coast rappers, they had some sexy girls in it, but they were still clothed. Even if you look at Aaliyah, clothes was baggy, TLC was baggy. Now, the influence is so big, every girl thinks that you have to get half dressed. You have to talk crazy. I just was on the internet today looking on Instagram, and you see guys on there with their guns. NWA, Eazy-E was the only one that you might have seen with a gun in the video. And now this is like the popular thing, and it's not really good for us, because back in the day we had a versatility. I like Kid and Play. Then I like NWA. I also like MC Hammer, You Can't Touch This, because he was dancing. You had Parents Just Don't Understand, Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff. You had man, I could keep going on and on with the difference. Now there is no, you even had, you know, the black, the red, the green. You have Poor Righteous
X-Clan.
X-Clan, man.
Public Enemy.
Yeah, Public Enemy. You know what I mean? And these was voices. Karis One, I come to teach her. I come to teach her. You had all these people spreading knowledge. And now, man, there is no diverse. So I think right now, I knew what Nas was saying when he was saying hip hop is dead. He wasn't saying like hip hop was dead, like nobody's doing hip hop. To me, he was basically saying, man, let's get back to the culture and the versatility of what we had to make us do hip hop. And hip hop was always about street, and it was an outlet. And now, man, the outlet is just kill, kill, kill. If you listen to the new hip hop, trapping, kill, 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 destruction, violence, and it's taking us out of here.
Yeah, it seems to me that, like, I look at what do you think about the Young Thug situation? He's in jail. They hit him with the RICO Act, and he lucky it's not federal. He lucky he didn't get the federal RICO Act, but the state hit him with the RICO Act. All of his co-defendants are taking Alfred pleas, which they are admitting to crimes, admitting that the YSL is a gang. So that means that any crime that was committed in the name of that gang that Young Thug was saying is not a gang, they'll be able to use that more than likely against him. And those same people who say they didn't snitch, when they get called to testify on the stand, they can't go back and plead the Fifth Amendment because they have no rights because they took a plea deal. So they're going to have to tell the truth or suffer the consequences themselves. So does it seem like that some of these rappers now, hey, your phone cracking again? The law got to come back in? Yeah.
Is it good? Is it good now?
No, it's still cracking. Just click out and come back in.
Okay.
Yeah, I may have him come back in. Something wrong with his phone. But it seemed to me, guys, that and I like what he said about the boxers. The boxers have to understand how to market themselves, like from an independent standpoint, how the artists do it. The artists become legends known in their region, and these boxers don't know how to use media to their advantage. But as it relates to what we were talking about with the Young Thug situation, this guy was a multimillionaire. But for some reason, some of these artists, they become rappers successful, but then they want to imitate the gang culture. And I don't understand it. I got you back. Can you hear me?
All right. Is it still cracking?
It's not cracking anymore.
Okay. So my opinion on that is that we have become addicted to fame. And becoming addicted to fame is that phone is getting us in trouble. The internet. I I remember back then, we didn't want to like get on and take pictures of stuff. You know, take pictures and talk on the phone. We knew that you can get caught up in conspiracy. I think it's very unfortunate for that whole YSL, but look how many things they were talking about in rap. Look how many things they were showing on the internet, talking about all of this. So eventually, you know, you got one bad apple in a bunch. That's all it takes is one person to start telling and taking a plea, and then everybody starts following. So I just think it's real unfortunate because at the same time, whatever crime they was doing or whatever was going on, allegedly, he still was feeding people and had a career, and that helped the community in Atlanta. But now, once they get taken down, look at that income. Look what happens. Mothers lose sons and daughters. Fathers lose sons. They lose kids and they lose family members. And that all breaks our heart, whether it's our grandma, our mama, our girlfriend, our kids. None of us want to see our loved ones in jail. But unfortunately, when you do the crime, if you get caught, you got to do the time. Allegedly so. Man, I hope their case work out for them the best way they can. And man, you know, once again, you can't be rapping it and then going out and do the crime. It just don't mix. And even when you were saying with the bloggers, man, you got to know how to do your job. My job is not to get into no controversy so the bloggers don't write nothing bad about me. You see what I'm saying? And the bloggers and the media going to do their job. So, man, I just think it's one big cycle. If you're looking at it now, look, all the internet is eating off of that YSL. Like we talking about it because it's something that detrimental to the community. And most of the time, man, people rooting for you when you do bad. And then when you get caught for it, man, everybody fall off. And now they're on to the next artist. So what do you think about what do you think about the culture as a whole? Because to me it seems like it's a culture now. It's a culture of death, like in the music industry, and it seems like a lot of these artists, you know, like Chris Brown. I remember when Chris Brown first came out, you know, he was just a regular singer, a good singer, but then next thing you know, he's throwing up gang signs. He's a blood. So it seems like a lot of these artists once they become successful, they start claiming gangs and they bloods and they this, they that, because they have the money to probably pay for protection or whatever. But it's like they're praising and promoting the criminal life that they are not living. But apparently, according to sources, according to what they're saying, allegedly, Young Thug was actually living it. But what do you think about that? The R&B artists like a Chris Brown, who made now they bloods now. Can you hear me? Well,
Don Juan,
me,
yeah, go ahead.
It's like I don't
your
know
phone
what that is, because I got an iPhone too. I don't know if it's my signal bad or low or what that is.
I think your signal bad. Just try to come back in. Let him come back in. This is the thing, right? And this is what I was talking about with the Tank Davis situation. This is what I'm talking about with Tank Davis situation. I like Tank Davis. Have I criticized him in the past? Yes. Because, you know, I'm an older guy. I see things totally differently. Now, when I was Tank Davis's age, you know, I thought as his age, right? What I think is, you know, a lot of the older guys, if you can't talk to some of these guys, really just talk to them and mentor them and get their heads right. Now, some of these younger guys, you can't talk to them, especially if you're young and successful and they got a lot of money. Because the young dude may be like, well, shit, what can you tell me? I got more money than you. Old head or old dude or whatever the case may be. And my thing is this. I'm going to tell you like an old dude, an older brother told me back in the day. The name of the game, guys, is to live as long as you can. There's nothing cool, and I'm going to pivot a little bit, but I'm going to go right back into boxing. There's nothing cool about dying young. So when a young guy makes mockery of a guy that's older than him, the question I always ask is, young man, do you plan on getting older? Do you plan on getting older in life? If you don't plan on getting older in life, you can make mockery of old age or older age, but because from what I'm seeing, these young guys, they live their lives as though they don't plan on getting older. So when you make mockery of aging, because it's all about living on this planet as long as you can. So when you make mockery of someone's age, I'm like, homie, don't you want to continue to have birthdays? You understand what I'm saying, Jarvis? Don't you want to continue to have birthdays? Ain't nothing cool about dying young. But anyway, we'll pick that back up. Oh, you back? Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
You sound better now.
Okay, so what was the last question you asked me?
No, I was talking about the actual culture. It seemed like the culture is a culture of death, and it seemed like a lot of these artists, once they get on and become successful, they start praising, promoting the criminal behavior or the gang and the killing and stuff like that. You know, and I guess they started they're selling it to their fans, but a lot of them live in the suburbs. They don't really live like that. But what do you think about that? Do you think that's sending the wrong message?
Yeah, definitely, because man, you know, I've been affiliated around gangs. I think that a lot of them always wanted to be tough and be affiliated, and then when they get the money, they can buy them and buy in. Kind of like what Tekashi 6ix9ine did. It don't make no sense. I tell you something. I remember when if you pay attention to Lil Wayne and them, and this is no disrespect at all, because I love Cash Money. I was out there with QD3 when they first started coming to California, and they used to wear blue rags. And if you pay attention, right when they hooked up with Mac 10, I felt like Mac 10 turned them out on the blood game. You know what I mean? And that's when you see that transition. So I just think a lot of us are fascinated with the gang members. I know a lot of gang members street, but I was always taught, be yourself and we're going to respect you more. Don't try to be something that we are. And I know a lot of dudes that gang bang. They ain't never asked me to join and nothing. I was out there with around Crips, Bloods in LA. And I just learned, man, be yourself and they respect you more. But if they can use you, they going to use the money. So that's like with Pop. Once he started affiliating himself with the Bloods, you see what happened to his demise. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm not saying the Bloods is his demise, but that gang culture is a whole nother lifestyle than just rapping. And you got to be real careful with it.
Yeah, you're right about that. And words are very, very powerful. And a lot of times, like Pac always rapped about death. I see death around the corner and stuff like that. And he spoke his demise into existence. You know what I mean? So that's the way I say it. He spoke his demise into existence. I kind of tell me you from Kansas City, so and you've been around. You know the music industry very well. You understand the independent scene. What advice would you give someone who may be watching this particular podcast that wants to become a recording artist? A lot of my son wants to be a rapper himself. He's 21, he'll be 22 this year. What advice would you give anyone who's trying to make it into the business in 2023?
Man, my grandmother, when I first wanted to get into the business, she told me to go get a book. Go read how the numbers work. Often too much to me, I see the artists that they want to get involved with the business, but they really don't know how it works. In any other business, real estate, you got to learn how it works. Whether plumbing business, all kind of business, you have to know how it works. Our business, I don't know what it is about the music business where it's an art where they feel like they don't have to learn the business. And then when they get in a bad record deal, then they start crying. I advise everybody, really learn how the business works. Not just the recording part, not just being a good artist, but how the money works. Because that's what we're doing it for once you get in. You're trying to get paid. That's what I always tell the artists. Go get a book, go read, go learn, study YouTube, write your notes down, see what's going on. Understand why the artists in the 80s got a bad record deal. Same way now. They getting slave deal now. Learn how the business go. That's what I did.
Okay, you're right about that. Hey, listen, I know you riding on the road, and we still having technical issues with the phone. I don't know why.
I don't know what happened with that.
Yeah, I got. Okay, but listen, I'm gonna get you back on the show, man. We got to. How do people can get in contact with you on social media?
All right, follow me. My social media, my music everywhere is THATSDONJUAN. That's Don Juan. THATSDONJUAN, man. I appreciate you having me on. I'm honored. I can't wait to get back on, man. We can talk about Tech Nine, so much stuff, my history, legacy, boxing, all of that. I appreciate everybody watching. That's how you can reach me. I'm on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's my site. That's donjuan.com everywhere.
Okay, all right, I got you. Remember, I'm gonna get you back on here next week. And we can this is a good conversation, yeah.
All right, yeah, good. Thank you, man. Love, okay?
Yes, sir. Salute, man. Shout out to Don Juan, man. Shout out to Don Juan, man. Yes, sir.
Don't forget that. I mean,
Floyd is a bigger legend.
Hold on. As a matter of fact, what the hell was? This is my phone. Oh, this is the phone. Sorry about that. This is my doggone phone. Yeah. So the thing is this. We was talking about the actual the gang coaches, right? And what I noticed about a lot of these musicians, you know, once they start become successful, they start claiming gangs and sets and, you know, and all this stuff there, which is backwards. Once you become financially stable and you make it out of the hood, the name of the game is not to try to go back and imitate that which you left. And a lot of our youth, and you see a lot of the foolishness and ignorance, just even on the YTBC. I know a lot of you guys have been on different platforms. How many of you guys have been threatened? You know, listen, on YouTube, in the YTBC, now we, like me, I talk about everything. Not just boxing, but I talk about everything, right? I like to talk about life because, you know, life is much more than, I look at life in boxing is very, very similar because you have to fight your way through life. You have to fight in order to get on top in life, whatever get on top may be to you, right? And you have to fight through adversities and you have to fight through obstacles and fight through good relationships, bad relationships, fight through things that you may go through in life. You got kids, you know, the bills, the cost of living is went up, everything, right? So throughout your day, when you come on here, you know, you love the sport of boxing, you want to hear about your favorite fighter, hear about boxing, or just hear about all of the fighters. You see what I'm saying? But to me, I like to, everything is tied in together with me. You know, everything is tied in together with me. You see what I'm saying? For me, you get what I'm saying? So that's just my brain, the way my brain operates. That's the way I see it. And this is why I say, man, that, you know, boxing is very similar to me, to the music industry. I look at these fighters as they're independent contractors, as a rapper signed to a record label. You have a fighter that's signed to a promotional company. They may have 360 deals in music business. They have 360 deals in boxing. You know what I mean? You know, so in the music business, recording artists get taken advantage of. In boxing, fighters get taken advantage of. It's the same thing, right? You know, you go all over the world touring, selling CDs, doing music. Remember TLC? They second album, Crazy Sexy Cool. That album sold like 10 million records, right? They went on tour, made all this money, came home, and had to file for bankruptcy. True. Had to file for bankruptcy. Come to find out they was broke. They made a lot of money, but it ain't what you make, is what you keep. You see what I'm saying? It ain't what you make, is what you bring home. And a lot of these fighters, some of these fighters are going through that. So when you hear a fool tell a fighter, don't worry about transparency, sign the contract, 60, 40, 70, 30, 80, 20, take whatever we give you. And they say that because it's a black advisor that's doing it. And he's doing it on behalf of my favorite fighter. You got to look at them sideways. So I like to take it and flip it and say, you know what? What if it was Bob Arum? Shout out to Adrian. I'm opening up the phone line. What if it was Bob Arum? Let's flip it. What if it was a white man, Jewish guy by the name of Bob Arum that told that told the big cap, I'm that Tyson. Sign the contract, 60, 40, 70, 30, 80, 20. Take whatever we give you. No guarantee. 10% on the back end. Do you know what that be screaming? Racism, white supremacy. Shout out to Miss Fit. What's going on, sis? Racism, white supremacy. The white man trying to rob the black man like they always do. That's what you're gonna hear. But the hypocrisies and the double, hey, shout out to Just Blaze, what's going on, fam? But the hypocrisies and the double standards is what I talk about. You know, and when I point that out, shut up, I'm gonna pull up, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But on YouTube boxing, you have Bloods, you have Crips, you have Gangster Disciples, OG Mudbones, MC Gustos, you have fake Ice Cubes, fake Eazy-E's, dudes throwing up gang signs. I remember, this is a true story. This is a true story. This is I didn't know what I was walking into. Hey, shout out to my dog Yarmis. I didn't know what I was walking into when I came on YouTube, right? I'm on somebody's panel. I'm not gonna say their name, but I'm on somebody's panel, right? And this was March, April last year. No, March, April of 2021. And 2021. And what a dude named H Money. It's so funny. So, anyways, at this particular time, he was with several cliques. First, he was LDBC. Then he wasn't LDBC anymore. Then he became, well, he got his name from Bill Haney. So, hey, that's where the H come from. So he took Bill's name, H. The H stands for Haney. Then he was Mr. DAZN. Then he was Team Takeover. Then it was, so it's been doing everywhere, right? So anyway, it's funny, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. The dude is funny. He's funny to me. He's very, very funny. He's very funny to me. He called me every name under the sun. You's a bitch. You's a bitch. Hey, shut up. You's a bitch. You's a bitch. I got shooters. He said, I got shooters, homie. Come to Memphis. Yeah, I bet I see you. I'm gonna do A, B, C, and D to you. Robbing out your bitch ass out. That's what he was saying, right? He said, I got shooters, homie. And listen, literally, I found that he lived with his mother. I said, this dude lived with his mama? So he living with his mama. He got his little brother in the background. His little brother got his hand over his eyes like this, waving his hand like this here. Yeah, on gang. And he went to throw it up gang size, and then he pointed to his little brother in the background like this. He said, I got shooters on me. Bro, YouTube. True. Hey, bro, I'm telling you, the guys are the truth, bro. I'm like, what the hell is this? Bro, I can't make this. Bro, I can't make this up. This is a true story. So I'm like, man, bro, let me tell you something. So I have never been threatened this much before in my life since I came on YouTube. Bro, I done been in the streets. Been shot twice. In the tank did time, all that stuff, right? Bro, I have never, bro, like, just the disrespect and the vitriol. Hey, just a disrespect. Listen, I done been called a bitch, a hoe ass nigga, bitch ass nigga, a F nigga. Well, you better not come to the fight. When I see you, I'ma knock you out. Bro. I've been called a coon, a Uncle Tom, a sellout. Bro, I'm like, man, what in the hell? Bro, like, yeah. Hey, shout out to El Noni. El Noni, what he say? He said, crazy part is you ain't lying, bro. No. Bro, this it's crazy. It's crazy. And the crazy part about it? Then when you look at some of these old dudes that's over there, with the Alphabet Boy community, they be doing the same thing. Why are you over here, my nigga? You know what I mean? God damn it! When I see you, yeah, I'm gonna slap you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, bro. I'm like, I didn't understand. I didn't understand that. This is how it is on social media. This is just how it is. Shout out to Alan Maddox.
Hey, okay.
He said, Coach, they was rolling too deep, literally too deep. Yeah, I didn't understand that. This is how it is on social media. On social media, you meet the gangs, the gangster disciples, the killers, Like, I don't met more killers on YouTube on boxing. Hey, shout out to Misfit. Listen, I don't met more killers on YouTube and boxing. And my question is this. Hey, shout out to Raw Boy Fresh. Hey, Raw Boy, what the dude name? What the dude? I still got the thing, right? Ron Boy was on Twitter. This is a true story. Ron Boy was on Twitter. There was a guy who sent Ron Boy a message, tagged him on Twitter. He told Ron Boy, hey, yo, Slim, something like that. You better not come. When you come back to Minnesota, you better have it on you. This dude in his thumbnail on Twitter. As a matter of fact, let me see if I find it. This dude in his thumbnail on Twitter, because I saved it. This dude in his thumbnail on Twitter, I think his name was Artman or something like that. In his thumbnail, he got on a tank top and he got a gun on his hip. And so I guess he's trying to put fear in Ron Boy Fresh's heart. He's showing, and he got a tank top with it could have been a toy gun, a BB gun or something like that on his hip. And he tell the Ron Boy Fresh, if when you come back to Minnesota, you better have it on you. And I'm not playing. Bro, what they be fighting these studio gangsters, these internet gangsters? Shout out to Drew.
Hey, okay.
He said he told Ron to check in. Check in to what? Your mama house? listen, check in to what? Your mama house? Check into your mama house, huh? So he telling Ron Boy Fresh, bro, all about boxing. All about boxing. I don't met John Gotti's, Muammar Gaddafi's. I don't met Idi Amin's. I don't met Monster Cody's. I don't met Suge Knight's. I don't met so many gangsters and killers on YouTube who have not been to jail. Bro, like, all this criminal stuff you say you were. Like the dudes I know who came up, they don't brag about that stuff. They really ashamed of it, to be honest with you. They don't brag about that stuff, right? But on the YTBC, man, this is supposed to be a boxing community, right? I've seen so many gangsters. Like if you go to the Alphabet Boy community, right? You got the old crusty dudes, they gangsters. Shout out to Drew.
Hey, okay.
He said Ron showed up and dude went MIA with a tummy ache. Hey man, yeah man. Hey, listen, I don't seen all the killers, Drew, on the YTBC. YouTube, how long YouTube? Hold on, let me see something. Let's pull this up. Let's pull this up, guys. Hold on. Let's go here. I know we're talking about Big Baby. We're gonna get back to Big Baby, but hold on. We're gonna get back to Big Baby. How long has YouTube been around? YouTube started February the 14th, 2015. I think that's Valentine's Day. YouTube started February the 14th, 2005. Sorry about that. February the 14th, 2005. In the years of YouTube boxing, how many people got shot, killed, beat up, or murdered? You know how many? 0. None. So, and it's not just young dudes, it's these older cats too, in their 40s and 50s as well. I seen one old nigga older than me. He in his 50s, from Chicago. You know, fact now. He was throwing up games. Niggas say he a GD. He was a GD, a Vice Lord, a Blood, and a Crip. He a part of 4 gangs. But I thought he was a boxing content creator. This dude was a GD. He's a GD, a Blood, a Crip, and a Vice Lord, all rolled into one. True. I'm like, well, what that got to do with what that got to do with anything? You get what I'm saying? What that got to do with anything? Like, bro, I don't been all over the country. They got more games in the YTBC than LA. Bro, like, dude, if you so much of a killer, how do you have time to call me on the phone, 1, threatening me? That's 1. 2, what are you, a smooth criminal? So you killed all these people. You so much of a gangster. YouTube been around since 2005. YouTube has been around for 17 years now. How many people have you threatened, sir? And how many of them have you actually pulled up on and done anything to? You know how many? Zero. Why you just can't be yourself? I don't believe you. You get what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Food Revolution. What you say? You say lost ones. Yeah. Yeah, hey, OG Pretty Thug. OG Pretty Thug done pulled up on the scene. OG Pretty Thug done pulled up on the scene talking about clap on, clap off.
Nigga, I'm talking face on the brochure. Boy. Lights out, you hear me? Clap on, clap off. Okay. Huh? You got me fucked up, cuz.
Yeah, man, clap on, clap off, man. They don't see a Menace to Society movie. Looked at Old Dog, saw Kane, and in their minds, there's that. But they are afraid of the consequences. Well, boy, when the white folks come around, boy, niggas go to running like roasting when the lights come on.
Fuck you all rolling up on full cuz.
Huh? You must don't know. He can't know.
Huh?
He can't know.
Yes, sir, boy. They be trying to get somewhere, boy. I'm like, damn, where that killer instinct at? I don't. You know, I'm just saying, I don't see the killer instinct. What the killer instinct at?
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it.
Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name. I'll drill y'all. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
You know, the world, if you just be a better place, y'all just be yourself, man. Don't nobody believe you. You ain't gonna pull up on nobody. You ain't gonna do nothing. I know a lot of you don't know who your fathers are. Your daddy ain't been around. You grew up in fatherless homes, and you look to the streets to raise you, and you look for the wrong elements to raise you. Hip hop music has raised you. Now the cell phone. Like when I was growing up, I grew up in the era where your mom and them told you to go outside and play. I grew up in the go outside and play era. Do you remember that? Do anybody remember those times? Boy, go outside and play. Go outside. Shout out to Mark Nash. Go outside and play. I grew up in that era. Now the kids can't go outside and play. I shout out to John. He said there's nothing wrong with not being a gangster. Yeah, for real though. Hey, listen, if you want to be a gangster, be a gangster. But you can't be a gangster you can't be a gangster in the YTBC. You can't have a YouTube channel. Right? You're a content creator in one breath, but then you're a gangster disciple in another breath. You're a GD in another, no, you're a GD in another breath. You're a vice lord in another breath. You're a blood and a crip. Hold on, so you're a blood, a crip, you are a Hoover, you from the Hoovers over there in LA. You're a gangster disciple. You are a vice lord. See, that's the problem right there. You too many things, dog. You too many things. You know, you all these things at once, and I think you're kind of confusing yourself. You know, that's why one minute you'll be talking to somebody about boxing, and the next minute they'll be talking about they got shooters and come to Memphis. True. Come to Memphis. Mark Nash, drop the Addy. Drop the Addy. I bet you won't drop the Addy. We can find you through the IP address. Oh, you can find me through the IP address? All right, come on, Cletus, come on. Cletus, come on. Bring your ass, Cletus, bring your ass. Now, how you think that's gonna turn out? How you think that's gonna turn out? I'm just saying. Hold on. You smoking on a Nick Sack and Reggie? Got a net worth from 2 figures. Hollering about coming to Memphis. So let me get this straight. You want me to spend my hard-earned money, come to Memphis for what again? What am I coming to Memphis for? You know what I mean? Like what am I coming to Memphis for? Now I will be at the fight. I'm gonna be at quite a few fights this year. So it is what it is. But I'm just asking. I'm just asking. You know what I mean? Only on YouTube boxing. On YouTube boxing. I can't make this up. True. On YouTube boxing. Some people just like this. I know they don't know who their daddies is and stuff like that. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Niggas.
Man, shout out to my dog, Rob Boy Fresh. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Rob Boy Fresh, what to say? You say, hey, yo, Slim, I can't go to Vegas, Texas, Minnesota, LA, Atlanta, Michigan, Baltimore, and several other places according to Twitter and the YTBC. But you can't make this up, dog. You can't make this up. Listen, Rob Boy Fresh has been barred from Vegas, Texas. Now, Rob Boy Fresh go to the fights. That's what Rob Boy Fresh do. He go to the fights. So according to the gangsters on Twitter and on YouTube, he can't go to Vegas, Texas, Minnesota, LA, Atlanta, Michigan, Baltimore. That's six cities right there. 6 cities right there. Well, Texas is a state. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? And several other places. According, boy hush. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Ali Maddox. He say first day in LA with Big U. Next day from New York with Fat Joe. You can't make it up, though. You can't make it up. Go to name dropping. Yeah, nigga, on Pyru. You know, shout out to I can't make this up. Boy. Food Revolution say, what? He said, what do butt cheeks have to do with water? She said, what do butt cheeks got to do with water? That's a good one. Hey, shout out to Drew. Hey, for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. Hey,
Super chat received.
Oh, that was funny. You know what? Inquiring minds would like to know. That was a good question. I really don't have the answer for it. I'm speechless. I don't have the answer for that question. Oh, shout out to Drew. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy. Oh, man. Bro.
Playtime's over.
Bro. Hey, what'd you say, Drew? You say Ron Boy was speaking more Spanish each round that Shakur was beating Oscar Valdez. He had my fellow Mexicans annoyed. Hey man, all I'm saying to this here, man, she made a valid point. I don't know what the cheeks got to do with water, but just, cheeks and water, it's something about cheeks and water sound right though. Cheeks and water. You know what I mean? But this is the boxing show. This is a boxing show. But anyway. Yeah, man. So, bro, listen. I don't see all of the OG mud bones, all of the killers, everybody. Listen, and I'm gonna tell some of you content creators something too. Just because you like to cover boxing, don't mean that you can fight, right? And I know a lot of these dudes in their minds, they think because they cover their favorite fighter that they are a fighter. You ain't jogging. You ain't putting in no road work. You ain't doing none of the work that the fighters are doing. So, you get what I'm saying? So I get it. This is media. And on media, social media is media. Well, if you have a platform that you cover whatever niche, like boxing, it's a platform. And sometimes you can get caught up in the moment. You might have saw your favorite fighter fight the other night. And, you've been on a panel, you got heated. And you in your mama basement, you and your little brother, and y'all waving handguns like this. Imaginary guns like this here covering your face, and you're throwing up gang signs that you're not a part of. And you've been, you said you're gonna pull up on people and do this and do that, and you've been on YouTube since 1972, and you threatened 500 people and have literally pulled up on nobody. Haven't assaulted anybody, haven't shot anybody, haven't caught a battery case on nobody, haven't beat nobody up. You know what I mean? The only thing you have destroyed lyrically were microphones and cameras. So you destroyed the microphone, you destroyed the camera, but that's about as far as it went. And you might have tore up a couple of keyboards. I got I got a Bluetooth connected keyboard, right? So they might have tore up a couple of keyboards along the way, assault and battery on a keyboard, you know what I mean? Aggravated assault on a microphone, you know what I mean? Aggravated assault on a microphone, aggravated battery on a camera or a computer. So when it comes to violence, you might have done those things, but that's about as far as it goes. True. That's about as far as it goes. You see what I'm saying? But anyways. I just say, what does we say? I just say, what does pull up mean? Oh, pull up mean when they say they going when they see you, they're gonna pull up on you, they're gonna walk up to you, and they're gonna physically do something to you, assault you, or whatever the case may be. Nigga, I'm gonna pull up. You know what I mean? So, you know. Nigga, only pull ups you're gonna do is on the pull-up bar. Anyway, phone lines over, man. 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. Y'all call old boy, man. What y'all think? Listen now, I don't want nobody talking about dropping the addy. I don't want nobody talking about they got shooters. I don't want to hear nothing about your guns. I'm not afraid. You know, I would know, and I don't want to hear nothing about don't go to the fight. I will be at the fight. I like, bro, like, come on, man. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. You know what I mean? This is the boxing community. You know what get me though? It be the old dudes too. It ain't. I can see the young dudes, but it be some of these old. You know what I like to call them? The old crescent niggas. The old crescent niggas is the worst because the old crescent nigga, like it ain't nothing like an old dude who's stuck in the past. He always talking about, yeah, nigga, back in my day, I used to do such and such. I'm OG. I'm triple OG. I'm triple OG Bobby Johnson. Triple OG Bobby Johnson, huh? All right, so what I got to do with check that foot? Don't worry about that there. Don't test my gangster. I'm like, okay, brother, I ain't, what I got to do with check that foot? Call what's your name, where you calling from?
Yo, it's Boxing Nerd from Canada.
What's your name is, fam?
Boxing Nerd from Canada.
Boxing Nerd from Canada, talk to me.
Yo, what's going on, Coach? So I see you talking about Jared Hurd. I'm just wondering if you're going to be calling the fights this weekend with Javante and Boots and stuff. Yeah, I plan on it. I plan on it, fam. I plan on calling the fights this weekend. I'm not thrilled about paying the $75 for the pay-per-view. I'm not thrilled about that at all. I'm not gonna lie to you, because to me it's not a pay-per-view. I mean, it's a pay-per-view. You know, you have the names, but who you fight matters, and those names that are on that card are literally fighting nobodies. So you know, so other than that, but yeah, I'm gonna cover it. Either I'm gonna buy it or I'm gonna stream it, either or. But I'm gonna cover the fight. I wish it was $75 over here. It's like $100 over here because of the inflation and all. So.
Damn, I'm like, it's $100.
In Canada, it's a different price. Yeah, pretty much $100. So, well, I'm gonna have to put in some work today so I can buy it this weekend. Yeah,
man. Damn, bro. We going live. We doing a fight party, man. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna do a fight party this week, and we're gonna do a fight party next week for the FA Ejagba. Now, what I like about that fight is on ESPN Plus. It's a non-pay-per-view fight. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna tune into the show this weekend, man. Appreciate you.
All right. Shout out to Boxing Nerd Canada in this BI, man. Yay. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, he's saying they charging $100 pay-per-view in Canada. $100. $100. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do, man? I'm probably just going to stream it. $100. That's a lot of damn money, boy. $100. Damn, what? Shit, I don't know about that. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's the inevitable. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, Baltimore. 2 days. Was it 3 days? I think it's 3 days, yeah. We got 3 days left. What's up, Coach? We talking about Jared Anderson?
Yeah, D-Block. Yeah, man, Jared Anderson, man. You know, over here in America, brother, the reason I wanted to talk about him is because over here in America, man, we got my dog Six-Figure Johnny. No, we got Six-Figure Johnny, but not Johnny ain't no, he probably won't be considered an elite, super elite fighter. And to be honest, he's not on that level. But we got love for him over here. But I'm saying like the elite guys, the guys who get in the names. I think Jared Anderson is the name that I've been hearing all the time. You know, America, we ain't really got no hell of a heavyweights like that. That's getting the hype like that. You know what I mean? So what do you think about Jared Anderson?
All right, Coach, here we go. So I want to shout out to everybody from Toledo, Ohio. That's where he's from. And I got props for Jared Anderson, man. He's good, man. He's 2017, 2018 gold U.S. national champion.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's 13-0. He got 13 KOs. Like Blue says, 6'4" with the reach of 78.5.
Yeah.
We got Jared Anderson, heavyweight champion of the world. Could be.
Yeah.
He's 23 years old, coach. Okay, we got as Americans boxing right now. We got Ruiz that's up there in the top 10 with the Ring magazine. We got Wilder where he's ranked. I think he's ranked 3rd in the Ring magazine, which for me, even though a lot of people don't respect the Ring magazine like they used to, I see that, I respect it because these guys, that's what they do for the job. They study, they look at the film, and they follow boxing, I think, pretty good compared to everybody else. But for me, those are the two ahead of Jared Anderson that I could say. Jared Anderson is a beast, coach. I mean, he could knock you out. I mean, I feel like he's a little flat-footed. He's not that nimble on his feet. He's sparred Tyson Fury, coach. You know that, right?
Yeah. He saw it, yeah.
Yeah.
But
he's 23, coach. I mean, yeah, let's give him some room. I mean, right now they even got Luis Ortiz. Coach, they got what? Frank Sanchez, like you say, he's 43 years old. Hergovich, he's almost like 35, 36. He's about to go up. They got Joseph Parker at 8. He's not what he used to be. So I think Jared Anderson actually in a couple of years being ranked pretty high up there, coach. The thing is, I mean, will ESPN and Top Rank, will they be able to deliver good fights? Now, I can see him fighting Joyce maybe in the future, coach. What you think about that?
You know what, man? Listen, bro, I'm not going to lie. I had my doubts about Joyce, but, man, that dude, the Juggernaut, he might be big and slow, but he has a chin, and he just keep coming forward, bro. And he comes with relentless pressure. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. Now, he don't have the greatest footwork in the world, but I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight with Jared Anderson and Joyce. That bro.
And Top Rank and his promoter, they work together side by side.
Yeah.
So I think that's a future fight that we can see, where you can see the Juggernaut at 30, maybe around 40-ish, but he's real old already. Maybe at 40-ish, and maybe Anderson would be 25. But one more thing, coach, I got to say about this. So I got respect, mad love for Jared Anderson from Toledo, Ohio, guys. I got respect. He's an upcoming great guy. Tank Davis, coach, have you seen the seats? They're still not sold out, man.
What you mean they're still not sold out? He fighting in I haven't even checked.
Oh no, I looked at Ticketmaster and they still got seats. So I'm just trying to say, like, I know it's not Saturday. I know we're not there yet, but I was just looking at that and I just realized that's like a 22,000 arena or 20,000 arena, and it hasn't even sold out. I would have thought it already be sold out this week. So that's just the question right there, but that's weird.
Yeah.
But just want to let you know about one more thing, because I know I got to go. About the hood and all that kind of stuff. Coach, all I got to say is I've lived through it. I've been through it. And at me at 40 years old, I try to have peace in myself, and people start stuff, I just walk away. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. But when you're young, you do what you got to do, because when you're young, you don't know. You know what I mean? And that's the new young ones, they really don't know compared to us. Yeah, we learn our lessons, and some of these just want to keep on getting lessons. I don't understand this new generation. But anyway, all right, coach. D Block, D Town, D City, D
Shout out to D Block, man. Salute. Shout out to D Block. Yeah, I don't know, man. The Juggernaut. I ain't with protecting no fighters. But I say it again. What you say, Jamario? They say Tank Davis tickets starting at $6,000. If Tank Davis fight isn't sold out, I'm shocked, because he's fighting right there. He's fighting right there in DC. I'm shocked. Y'all check the merch out, man. They got a link right there, man. Don't forget to hit the link in the chat that I just dropped, man. And want to check the merch out. Get the hoodies. You can get your hoodies right here, man. Right here, we got Shout at Big Nuts. You want to get that Shout at Big Nuts hoodie? Y'all going over to the merch, man. I got the merch link right there, man. Get that Shout at Big Nuts hoodie, man. Shout at Big Nuts. But anyway, that's crazy, because he's fighting right there. He's literally fighting in his own backyard. What you say, bro? Ain't nobody paying. They selling tickets for $5,000. So you know what that tell me? If they are selling tickets that high, that means that the fighter, maybe the headline, Tank, probably want a lot of money. And they like, well, look, we ain't finna pay the money that you want. So what we gonna do? We gonna put this fight on pay-per-view. Sell it for $75, and then we're gonna sell the gate at a high price, and just see how that works out. But I don't know, man. I don't know. You say mostly what you say, El Nomi, you say mostly sold out. There's a lot of resellers. Oh, okay. Yeah, but I don't know how true it is about the $6,000. But if it's the $6,000, if it's the $6,000, I'm like, bro, how you gonna charge $6,000 in DC? Ringside $4,000. Nah, shit, I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Now I can see. Now if it's in Vegas, okay, I can see that in Vegas. But in DC, nah, hell no. And you fighting Hector Garcia? Nah, not in DC fighting Hector Garcia. But now Tank Davis got a lower fan base. Maybe his fans got the money to pay for it. I know I ain't shit. I'm crying about paying $75. And I got the money for the pay-per-view because I feel like this is a non-pay-per-view fight. It's a good fight. It's something that should be on ESPN Plus, but I feel it's a non-pay-per-view fight. You see what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Shout out to Miss T in the building, Salute Miss T. Miss T in the building. You see what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying though. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. $6,000. That seemed kind of steep. But hey, if the people gonna pay for it, so be it. If the people gonna pay for it, that's a lot of that damn money. Shout out to the box in the store. What to say, fam? It's not gonna do well on pay-per-view. It's just not the same to be charging for pay-per-view fights, non-pay-per-view fights. Yeah, you know what I mean. Just mean charging. Yeah, the box in the store. Well, Showtime is not gonna release those numbers. So you know that. Showtime is not going to release those numbers anyway, so you already know that. So that's how that's going to be. Shout out to Misfit. Yeah, Showtime not going to release those numbers, so we don't know what any of these guys are doing. That's on that side of the fence. Because the article that I have right here with Steven Espinosa, they haven't released pay-per-view numbers since 2014. So everything we've been hearing has been sources say and this and that. You get what I'm saying? But hey, that's a lot of money. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Slim, what's good with you?
Hey, Ron Boy Fresh, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, not much. Nah, that Reggie Davis fight, that shit gonna sell out. Yeah. But the reason why the tickets at the price the way they are is because it costs a lot of money to get in that venue. That Capital One Arena, it costs a lot of bread to get there. That's why you don't have fights there.
Why is that though? What is it?
Because it's the Capital One Arena. I mean, it's in DC. It's in the heart of DC. And when you put events in it, you gotta pay the learners money to get in that venue. This is what it is. And when you had the Barclays, the reason why they were doing it in the Barclays is because PBC struck a deal with the Russians to get the owner for the Nets to get in the Barclays. But yeah, so that's part of the reason why the tickets are so expensive for the Davis fight.
So they have so you know what what they probably doing wrong because it's Tank. They trying to get the celebrities. They're trying to get the celebrities to probably show up at that fight. Because I don't see the common person buying that.
That celebrity shit is overrated because technically what happened is they get those celebrities those tickets. You dig what I'm telling you? So them celebrities don't pay for that shit. They don't really, you get comped that shit.
Yeah.
That's just they using them to boost up the event.
Yeah, you're right.
Somebody paying for that shit. You dig what I'm telling you? You get a publicist. The publicist. What happened is the publicists get everything, and they run it by whoever client they're representing. Look, they just gave you tickets for here. The client gonna say, "Do you want to go to this shit?" Nah. Do you know what I'm saying? You know how the game goes.
You're right. No, you're right. The celebrity ain't paying for shit. Yeah, you're right.
They're not paying for none of that.
Yeah.
And sometimes, and half the times, the celebrities are paid, and depending on what celebrity, especially rappers, they're paid to come to those events.
Yeah, you're right. That's how I go. You hitting everybody on here. That's exactly how it goes.
Hey, I've been, you know me. I go to the fights. I know. I've been on the floors where these motherfuckers with an artist get paid to come. They give them a few thousand or whatever, or depending on who did the fight. Yeah, appearance fees. That's exactly what you pay. It's the booking and appearance fees. That's exactly what's happening. So, motherfuckers be getting, exaggerating that shit like he drawing them out. Nah, y'all paid for that shit. And y'all put that in that man's budget. And actually, Reggie Davis got to pay for that shit. That's why Bud needed transparency.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
he's like, wait a minute, what the fuck am I paying for Drake to come to this motherfucking fight?
Drake, shit. When the fight over with, they may tell you, yeah, dog, you owe us $2 million. You won the fight, but you owe us. Well, what you mean I owe you? What you mean I owe you?
Bro, to be paying for Yellow Beezy to come to a fight, and that's Earl Man and shit. If I paying for Yellow Beezy to come to this motherfucking fight, that's Earl, homie.
Yeah. Talk about some signing contract. Do you need to do whatever it takes to make the fight happen?
That's why you need transparency, because they're going to put the deal. The promoter is not just going to do shit for free. They're going to pass the buck off.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
But back to the that Jared Anderson shit though, man. Jared is a beast, and I don't really fuck with a lot of heavyweights, especially not Wilder. He's just not good enough for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I grew up a little different. I always told you, I like motherfuckers that can fight. You gotta be able to box, slug. You gotta do the whole. You gotta have the whole works with you. And Jared is the whole work. So he one of them heavyweights I'm gonna get behind. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't get with Wilder. He's just not the type of motherfucker I grew up on. I grew up off of Larry Holmes and shit like that nature. You dig? So I can't really gravitate to Wilder. I mean, it's not hate. It's just what I like. He just can't box like me. He just can't. So he's not a real American heavyweight to me. You know what I mean? I hate to say it that way. He's just not good to me. You dig? So, but Jared Anderson, that motherfucker's a complete package, Mo. I swear to God, he is.
When did you think? Yeah, because he can bang. He can bang as well. He can bang as well.
He can
inside,
do everything. He's
outside,
a complete fucking package.
Yeah.
And when you already seen him when he was like, oh, he got a little. I wouldn't say buzz, but then he had a little challenge. He stepped that bitch up and went to work. You dig what I'm telling you?
Mm. Yeah.
So
man.
yeah, I fuck with that. Yeah, but that's all I wanted to drop that off on you though. So,
hey, look,
be safe out there. I'll holler at you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what up?
Don't be dropping the Addy no time soon.
Oh, nah. I don't need to drop. You know me, Mo. I don't drop no Addy. I just pull up. I announce. I tell everybody what side I'm gonna be at. Motherfuckers know my office hours at whatever sports book I'm at. I'm usually at the Delano. Just come down to the Delano. I'm in the MGM sports book. That's where my office at. If you got any problems, that's where you find me. You did.
Shout out to Rob Boyfriend, man. Salute, fam. Shout out to Rob Boyfriend, man. Hey. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Pull up. I'm gonna pull up. Drop the Addy. I got shooters.
I need to talk to you right now about my royalties and how you keep your books.
My office hours are from 9 to 5.
Fuck your office hours. I need to talk to you right now, motherfucker.
Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. Yeah, man. Hold on. Turn it. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Hold on. Sorry about that, fam. Got to the wrong thing. What's your name? Where you calling from, fam? What's your name? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Turbo, DC.
Turbo from DC. Talk to me.
What's up? Turbo, DC, baby.
What's going on?
DC.
I got you. Go ahead, talk to me.
Yeah, man. I like the show and stuff.
Fam, I can't hear you, man. You sound real robotic. I can't hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you better now.
Yeah, I said, man, that show down there, man, that joint is going to sell out.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, I believe that because I'm like, Tank from B-More, he fought in DC as well. That whole area, DMV area, I think, because if they sold out the Barclays Center, it's like, that was a gimmick. I didn't even check to see tickets or none of that. He sold out the Barclays Center. I'm like, yeah, man, I already know he's selling out DC. I didn't even look at the venue, to be honest with you. That's a gimme to me. Caller, you still there?
Right, but yeah. But where Tank is fighting at, the White House is right there.
Yeah, I mean, shit, the hood ain't too far from the White House though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So yeah, but Turbo, anything else you wanna say, fam?
Nah, but it's gonna be lit, man.
All right. Shout out to Turbo from DC, man. Salute, man. DC in this BI, man. DC in the BI. Yeah, I think I didn't check it. I didn't check it, guys, because I feel like, you know what I mean? There was no need. I know Tank gonna do good numbers there. They're gonna sell out. And I think that there's something that Ryan Garcia said on social media. He said something of the sort that he hopes that Tank gets a knockout, win by knockout, because that'll build up their fight. That'll make their fight that much more interesting when him and Tank allegedly supposed to fight in April. The reason why I say allegedly, guys, is because the fight, the Tank and Ryan don't have a signed contract yet. So until the contract is signed, I can't say that. Until the contract is signed, you can't say that there's a fight. There's not a fight until the contract is signed. You get what I'm saying? So that's the way I see it. That's the way I see it myself. You get what I'm saying?
What's my name? My name is nobody, and I don't live nowhere, and I don't know nothing. I don't know because I know that you gon' tell God on Jesus, kiss a Judas, silver pieces, monkeys acting in the monkey show. Gangsta monster killer, silverback. Where is your rap sheet that you never explains? Moving fast, thinking slow. Dummy clown, silly Billy, need a hug. Thugs on drugs, monkeys acting in the monkey show.
Yeah, man, that's what you got going on YTPC, the monkey show. Hey, throw your hands in the air. If you've been threatened before, throw your hands in the air and wave it like you just don't care. And if you've been told by somebody that they're going to pull up, scream, oh, yeah. Hey, around there, he going to pull up, got shooters. Oh, boy. Gangsta paradise, boy. Gangsta paradise. It is what it is. What did it say, Cyrus? You said all DC hood. Yeah, yes, sir. Any crime in DC, the feds. Any crime you catch in DC, you going straight to the feds. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah, man. But all jokes aside, I like Jared Anderson. I think he's a great fighter. I think he does have that dog in him. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would like to see Jared Anderson fight Frank Sanchez. Frank Sanchez is with the PBC, but they can't make that fight happen. PBC do make fights happen with top rank. Don't let nobody tell you anything. They do make fights happen all the time, but it just depends on who the fighter is. Certain fighters that's were with top rank and is not with the top rank anymore, it's just a whole nother ball game when it comes to certain fighters. It is what it is. But that's the fight if it's a fight I want to see. Anybody in the top 10, anybody in that top 10, but I definitely would want to see the Frank Sanchez, because Frank Sanchez, he has that Cuban style. That Cuban style is, you know what I mean? That Cuban style is hey, shout out to D's Nuts. What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? That Cuban style is something else. And what to say, Halim, you say Anderson fight like Riddick Bowe? Big Daddy Bowe was really good at fighting in the pocket, catching shots, fighting in the pocket, rolling with the punches and stuff. But Big Daddy Bowe got hit too much. He liked to be in wars all the time. Big Daddy Bowe, as big as he was, he didn't utilize his size the way he should have, because Big Daddy Bowe liked to bang in the pocket. He liked to bang. He had a damn good jab though. He had a really, really good jab. Riddick Bowe lived right here in Temple. I can literally go to his house. You know what I mean? He liked to bang in the pocket, but he took too much punishment on the inside. You know what I mean? He wasn't really good at slipping punches. You know what I mean? Shout out to T Coach. You say Big Baby versus Big Baby Miller. Yeah, I'll take Big Baby. Miller's done. He's not, Miller's done. Reese Mack, what did he say? Coach, how's Bo doing? He not doing well, fam. Really, Bo not doing well. He's not doing well, fam. He's not doing well. He's not doing well, brother. To be honest with you, he doesn't remember a lot of stuff. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Martin from New Jersey. My thing.
Martin from New Jersey. Talk to me, fam.
Bro, I just that's a good fight you just mentioned. Jared Anderson versus
Frank
the
Sanchez.
heavyweight, the Cuban heavyweight, Frank Sanchez. A hell of a fight right there. That'll be a good test for Jared Anderson. It'll be a great test for him. I think Jared Anderson will make that fight exciting. You won't fall asleep.
Yeah.
Like you always do.
Yeah,
like you always do when you fight.
Yeah, Frank Sanchez, because I like the way Frank Sanchez boxed F.A. Ejagba, and he dropped him. And he set a lot of traps for F.A. Ejagba, and F.A. walked right into some shots, being overly aggressive. So yeah, I would love to see that fight. I just think stylistically that fight will, do something. And I think that Jared Anderson will try to press the action a little bit. He'll press the action, and he's gonna try to get him out of there. That's what he does. He's gonna try to get him out of there. So, and Frank Sanchez is a damn good fighter.
You made a hell of a point about Frank Sanchez setting up traps. Can he get Jared Anderson with those traps like he did to Ejagba? But I think Jared Anderson's a strong kid, so it'll be like he'll make it exciting.
Yeah,
like he'll make Frank work more than what he usually does. Like there's nobody been able to make him work because he always. Because of his boxing skills, the Cuban, they move around. They know how to box.
Right.
So yeah, I would love to see that fight, Coach.
So you think probably right now Jared Anderson is ready to fight somebody in the top 10, or you want to see him fight maybe another top 15 guy, somebody that's between 11 and 15, and then maybe the next fight a top 10 guy? Well, what do you think?
Yeah. You get him he just be a tough guy, a guy like a good journeyman. Get him like another journeyman, but like a higher level above the guy that he just fought, just to see, and then you set him up with the Frank Sanchez fight. That'll be a good fight for him. Okay. And it's true what the previous dude said that he remind you. Yeah, he does remind me a little bit of Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe had better insight. The only thing about Riddick Bowe is his defense. He took too many shots. Or he chose to take shots. He's a warrior. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Those fights where Holyfield did it for him.
All right. Hey man. Hey, shout out to Martin, man, from New Jersey. Salute, fam. Yes, sir, man.
Peace,
Salute,
Coach.
brother. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I kind of like I like the kid. I really do, man. I think we might have something on our hands. I remember when we had Johnny Rice on, Johnny Rice was saying that Jared Anderson putting them paws on him in sparring. Said Jared Anderson putting them paws on him in sparring. And the pivot to Johnny Rice. I like Johnny Rice. Now I can't sit here and lie and say that Johnny Rice is one of the elite top heavyweights. He's not. You know what I mean? But he has heart. He can fight. And I think that I want Johnny Rice because he's a really nice guy. He's a big guy. Johnny Rice like 6'7". Woo, Lord have mercy, boy. Boy, he's 6'7". About 260, 270. That's a big dude. Just imagine getting hit by somebody that big. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Yamas. What did say for me? Say Anderson is a natural lefty. As a matter of fact, how big Jared Anderson? He about 6'4", right? 20, let me see. He's 23 years old. Yeah, he's 6'4". 7 to 8.5 inch arm reach. Yeah, he's 6'4". He's 6'4", about 240. Damn, that's a big guy. Damn, 6'4", 240? Lord have mercy. Yeah, he about 6'4", 240. Man, that's a Lord have mercy. Boy, just imagine, boy, somebody that big putting paws on you. Nigga, what's up? You want some smoke? No, sir. I don't want none of that smoke. None of that smoke. You got that? Yeah, you got that, dog. You got that. You got that, big dog. You got that. You got that. Nigga, I know I got it. Hey, nigga, I know I got it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got that, dog. That's just too much. That's just a little bit too much for me.
I'm a karate man, all right? Karate man bruise on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah, man. You know, these dudes be online talking about they got shooters. They gonna pull up, drop the addy, all that stuff there. Man, that dude, listen, you know that dude you just cursed out on the internet? Yeah, that nigga's a bitch. He's a bitch. Dude, you do know that dude like 6'4", 6'5", about 245, 250. You do know that, right? What? He what? Yeah, I don't give a damn, nigga. I don't give a damn. Nigga, I'm hard. You better ask somebody about me. I represent my set, sir. I understand you represent your set. But this guy is 6'4", 6'5", about 245, 250, 260. He's a little bit out your league, right? You're a little too small for him. They have weight classes for a reason. Now I understand that you're feeling gangster. You're feeling gangsterlicious right now. I understand that you've been listening to a couple of YouTube. You've been listening to Boyfriend. I like to call BF Boyfriend. You've been listening to BF. You've been cursing people out, talking gangster. You've been listening to on the Meter Maid, Drew Titan. You know, he putting parking tickets on niggas' cars and stuff like that on the Meter Maid, Officer Drew Titan. I know you've been listening to those guys. You've been listening to H-Man and stuff like that. I know you've been listening to those guys, getting your gangsterlicious on, thinking that you're hard, you're gangster. But sir, promise me, I promise you, you don't want none of that. That's just a little bit too much. You gotta stay in your weight class, baby. Stay in your weight class. Nigga, I'm hard. Gang. Okay, sir, listen. All right, I get it. So, sir, are you shadowboxing in the mirror right now? Are you getting yourself hyped up? You know what I mean? You better ask somebody about me. I'm Lil AK. You're Lil AK, huh? Lil AK. Okay. Lil AK. So Lil AK. You know what I mean? So can we just talk about boxing? No, you're a bitch. You're a bitch. I'm like, okay, all these dudes here, man. Oh, what these dudes? What? Sir, where's your father? Do you know who your daddy is? Have you ever met your daddy, man? Oh, you don't know who your daddy is. See, that's the problem. So that's the problem. You don't know who your daddy is. Okay. All right. Oh, you've been listening to them old Crescent niggas on the block. The old Crescent niggas? The old Crescent niggas from the Alphabet Boys? The pimps and the gangsters you've been listening to those niggas? Oh, okay. All right. So you do know that if something was to happen to you, no, they're not going to send you anything. You do know that, right? All right, okay. Yeah. I better fight. I better fight. Anyway, yeah. You know, that's what I be talking about. These dudes here, man. I don't get it. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Volvo Rats, Cleveland, Ohio.
Volvo Rats, Cleveland, Ohio. Talk to me.
Yeah, I just want to touch in on the Jared Anderson thing. I mean, my heart with him. Mm-hmm. You know, he's Black American. I want to see him do well, but he just, for me, I just don't see it. He just don't got the it factor. You know what I'm saying? Like his style is like really just textbook. You know, which that's a good thing, but I just can't see him really getting over the hump when he takes that next step. Yeah, I don't see anything.
You don't see that? I'm like, you know, them boys out of Ohio can fight, bro.
Yeah, I'm from Ohio. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I mean, I'm not just going. You know, I'm a boxing fan first, so I'm not just going to say because we got Ohio. Yeah. It's just I just don't see I don't see any extraordinary punching power. I don't see any extraordinary footwork. Everything is like basic. You know what I mean? Like the level of guys he's fighting now, he's supposed to beat these guys. Mm-hmm. But when he take that next step, I can see trouble on the right. He big to us, I'm 6'2", he's 6'4". Yeah. So he big to us, but it's some giants at heavyweight. So yeah. I just don't see.
Yeah, and the thing is so he's 13-0, Vovo. So if he's 13-0, do you want to see him fight somebody in the top 10? Would that help you gauge him a little bit more? Because let me tell you who in the top 10. According to Ring, this is what they got in the top 10. According to Ring, they have Frank Sanchez. He's ranked number 10 according to them, right? They got Ergovic. They got Ergovic. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. Ergovic and Jared Anderson. They have Joseph Parker. Okay. He's number 8. Ergovic number 9. Frank Sanchez number 10. Stay away from who?
Stay away from Parker. Stay away from Sanchez. Go ahead.
Then number 7. They got Luis Ortiz, the boogeyman of the division. They say right.
Stay away from that. Stay away from that.
They got Dillian White. They have Andy Ruiz. They have Joe Joyce, the Juggernaut. Number 4. They have they got Anthony Joshua, number 3. They have Deontay Wilder ranked number 2. That's in the top 10. Then of course they have the top guys. Tyson Fury ranked number 1, and then they have Usyk, the actual champion, because he has 3 belts. So
I could even see him. I could see him taking the Usyk. I could see him taking the Usyk. Usyk going down. He's too little. He just caught the right champion at the right time. You know what I mean? I could see him taking the Usyk. You know, them smaller guys, but I don't know, man. I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it, man. Stay away from a Wilder. Stay away from a Fury. I even want to stay away from Andy Ruiz, because you got to get close to him. You know what I mean? And them hands is fast. And I just don't see him. I just don't see nothing special, man. I'm sorry. I know I might be a bad guy, but I just don't see it. Man.
All right. Well, shout out to Bobo Rance. Cleveland, Ohio, stand up, man. Salute to you, brother. Thank you for calling.
My brother. All right.
Yes, sir.
You.
Yes, sir. Hey, Bobo won't. He won't Jared Anderson stay away from everybody.
This ball been taking the easy match. Fight another ball.
Bobo like, nah, stay away from him. All right, stay away. Okay, we got Frank Sanchez. Nah, stay away from him. Okay, we got Ergovich. Yeah, stay away from him. Okay, we got they got Andy Ruiz. Yeah, stay away from him. Okay, we got Hobo Sam. Yeah, stay away from Hobo Sam. Okay, we got Poach Chop Willie in the top 10. Yeah, stay away from Poach Chop Willie. Okay, we got Chico Stick over there. Is he Mexican? Yeah, he Mexican. Yeah, stay away from him too. We got what about Whole Head Cheese? The Whole Head Cheese? Does he have the hot sauce with him? Yeah, he got the hot sauce with him. Yeah, stay away from him too. I'm like, I got that Bobo. Man, to fight nobody. Of course, I'm being facetious, but you get what I'm saying, though. And we got the lovely Ebony Taylor. She'll be on tomorrow, man. We got to show her some love. She's a beautiful sister. She's a beautiful sister. She's from LA. We got to show her some love tomorrow, man.
Ebony Taylor is stepping onto the R&B scene with the SoulLLC.com.
Hey, I'm thinking that Bobo, we gotta have a fight. Somebody. But hold on, let's look at the top 10. Now listen, we're gonna have a 10 run on tomorrow now. So I need y'all to act right. I need y'all to act right. If you like the song, if you don't like the song, that ain't the point. We're gonna have the lovely Ebony Taylor on tonight tomorrow. And guess what? We're gonna act right. Let me see what's up. What is this? Hold on, somebody just sent me something. Hold on, guys. Somebody just sent me something. Melvin Farmer just sent me a picture. Hold on. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Kermit, Coach, from D.C.
Kermit from D.C. Talk to me, fam.
Coach, I was watching Jared Anderson, and I kind of agree with the guy, the previous caller, a little bit. Mm-hmm. I don't recall Jared Anderson doing a lot of boxing to me. He's got the power punch. Now, the fight before last, did it go the distance, you recall?
No, he stopped him. He stopped the guy in the second round. He stopped him.
In the fight before last one?
Oh, the fight before last? Yeah, he stopped everybody. He stopped. I think it's one guy. I think it's one guy he went the distance with. Let me see. Hold on. I'm finna tell you right now, fam. Hold on. He's 13-0, 13 KOs. He stopped everybody he's been in the ring with.
Oh, okay. Well, we know he's got the power. And how many times has he gone the distance? Because he knocks everybody out, so it ain't no distance, is it?
Nah. He went. Okay, he had a 6-rounder. He had a 6-rounder he had back in 2021. He fought 1, 2, 3. Damn, he fought 5 times in 2021. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he fought 4 times in 2021. He went 6 rounds with the guy. He stopped him in the 6th round. It was a 6-rounder. He stopped him in the last round. Yeah. And then, he's stopping everybody, man. He's just stopping everybody. Now, the criticism was he did receive he was getting hit in his last fight when he fought Jerry Forrest. People was criticizing him on that. But you know, sometimes when the fighter, you know, he's young, but sometimes when the fighter doesn't feel your punching power, they don't respect your punching power. Sometimes they, you know, they throw that stuff, they throw defense out of the window. They come in, they come in and he ended up stopping the guy in the second round. He stopped him in the second round. So
yeah, he sure did.
Yeah.
That's without no doubt about that, Coach.
Yeah. He stopped him in the second round.
But
so,
I'm hoping, hey, Coach, what you think? You think Ortiz would be too much for him?
No, hell no. I think he'll beat the brakes off Ortiz. Talking about Luis Ortiz? Yeah, he'll beat the brakes off him. Ortiz, shit. Hey, I'm 49. I'll be 49 soon. Shit, Ortiz around my age. Come on, man. Older. He around my age or older shit. Yeah, man, he'll beat the brakes off Ortiz right now, man, for sure.
All right, Coach. All right, buddy.
Hey, shout out to Kirk from DC, man. Coach. Yes, sir, man. So DC, stand up, man. DC representing today, man. Hey, DC. Hey, DC representing today. We got 3 calls from DC, man. Yeah, man. DC representing today. Hey, shout out to Food Revolution. What to say? Ortiz about 52. Yeah, he about 52 years old, man. About 52 years old. Yeah, 52 BC. Remember. The Cubans, they have 2 different ages. They have Cuban years and then American years. They have Cuban years and then American years. You get what I'm saying? So in Cuban years, you know, he might be 65, 70, right? In American years, they saying he's 42, 43 years old. Boy, true. Hey, shout out to Nick. What you say? He said, y'all know damn well he's 58. Hey, you see how slow he looked when he fought, you see how slow he looked when he fought Andy Ruiz? He looked real slow. Andy dropped him a couple of times. He looked real slow. I'm like, yeah, man, he too slow right now, man. Yeah, man. I'm like, you know, y'all got to give Jared Anderson some credit now. I think he'll beat. Listen, there's a couple of dudes in the top 10 I see he'll beat. I think he'll beat. Let me see. What's Ergovic? I think he'll beat Ergovic. Listen, the dude from Croatia. Who's Ergovic with? Listen, let's go to top rank. Who is Ergovic with? I think Jared Anderson will beat Ergovic right now. You know, I think highly of him, to be honest with you. So, you know what I mean? I think he'll beat him though. Hold on, let's see what's up. I'm on Top Rank website right now. Hold on. Let me let y'all see what I'm saying. I'm on Top Rank's website. They got Navarrete. Shit. They got this dude right here. This dude here looks scary. Doggone. Arturo Baturia, he looks scary. Yeah, his pictures that look scary. All right, they got Sonny Conto. Jose Ramirez, he just ducked the smoke. You just ducked the smoke from Regis Prograis. You just ducked the smoke. I wonder if it's him ducking the smoke. Or I think Bob Arum said he'll never do business with Pro Bellum. You know, because of the Daniel Kinahan affiliation. I don't know. Let's view all the fighters. Because I want to see the heavyweights they have. Hold on. Bruce Carrington right there. Brian Norman, of course. Let's get to the heavyweights. I want to get to the heavyweights. Let's see. Oh, weight class. Here go the weight class right here. Let's see. Cause I think Top Rank, they got some pretty good heavyweights. Yeah, okay. They got some pretty good heavyweights over there. Let's go. Let's see what's up. All right, we got Fury right here. They got Tony Yoka, Sonny Conto. All right. Stefan Shaw. Now he's fighting F.A. Ejagba. He's fighting F.A. Ejagba January the 14th. F.A. Ejagba is fighting this guy January the 14th. Let's go over here. Let's see what we got. Eddie Val, what's going on, fam? They got this dude Simon King, 21 wins, 1 loss. Yeah, throw Jared Anderson in there with this guy right here. Throw him in there with this guy right here. He gonna get the break beat off him. Let's see. Guido Villanello. All right, Guido Villanello is fighting my dog Johnny Rice. 6-figure Johnny. Hey, Guido, you 9-0 right now. Guess what? Next Saturday, you're gonna be 9-1. Believe that.
True.
This dude right here, Guido, you're gonna be 9-1 next Saturday. Mess around with Johnny Rice. 6-figure Johnny. That's what we call him, right? Let's see. This dude is 16-0. This Akhmadov. This Akhmadov right here. Yeah, put him in there. Damn, this dude, he looks scary too. God, this some scary looking white boy. God damn, boy, you got him, Pateria. God, these motherfuckers. God damn. Yeah, these motherfuckers here, boys. Yeah, put him in there with one of, put him in there with one of these dudes. Carla, what's the name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? Martin Ramos again.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Coach. I'm back again, Coach. You know what's amazing?
What's that?
That Jared Anderson stopped everybody he faced, right?
Right.
And he did it with boxing skills, with the basics of boxing skills. These guys are criticizing him because they don't think that he's not that good or this and that. But these be the same people that praised Wilder when he was knocking out all them guys with no technique, with just one right hand, right? These are the same guys that told the world of Wilder, and Wilder has no boxing skills. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that some shit?
True.
One more thing, Coach. You said Luis Ortiz, he got the Cuban years. The Cuban years are like dog years. I'm 51 years old.
Right.
Luis Ortiz is older than my ass, man. That's like 65. He's on high blood pressure medication. I still don't have to take that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, shout out.
That's all I got to say, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Bless.
Yes, sir. Salute, man.
Peace.
Hey, salute the body team, man. Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying though, right? Hold on. Hey, Bobo Rex, what you say? You said Euro bombs. Hey, Bobo, man. Hey, look here. They said the same thing about Tyson Fury. They say, bap. They said the same thing about Oleksandr Usyk. They say, bap. Man, listen, man. But Turbiel, bro, hey, listen. We've been, hey, Bobo. We've been taking L's. Man. We can't be taking no more L's. 2023. We got to change. Carla, what's your name when you're calling from?
Well, this Bobo Rex, I gotta defend myself from the last caller, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I gotta defend myself.
Go ahead.
What I meant when I said what I meant is that he's got the fundamentals,
right?
But on the next level, you need something special. You need something else. Like Wilder got the punch, and he's talking about Wilder don't got no fundamentals. You not delivering those right hands if you don't got the fundamentals. That is the fundamentals. You were coach, right? The first combination you learn in boxing is jab, right hand.
Yeah, jab. Yeah.
He got the fundamentals down. Huh?
No, jab. Yeah, jab is the first thing. Yeah, absolutely, you're right. The jab. Yep. You're right.
Yeah, the first combination is jab, right hand.
Yeah.
Wilder got the fundamentals down to a science.
Yeah.
You can't deliver them right hand. See, Wilder got that, but he got something extra. He got that explosive right hand. Tyson Fury got the basics, but he got this crazy boxing ability that we never seen before in the man is fast. So that's what I mean. Jared Anderson, he's got the basics, but that's it. I just don't feel like that's going to be enough on the next level. That's all I was saying, Coach.
All right. So what is the next level though? The guys in the top 10 that I read off?
All the guys in the top 10, he can beat some of them guys.
Yeah.
Like you said, Luis Ortiz.
Yeah.
He can definitely beat Luis Ortiz because Luis Ortiz is old. Yeah. But he couldn't beat a younger Luis Ortiz 4 or 5 years ago. He would have been giving him crazy angles.
Yeah, but 4 or 5 years
crazy
ago,
angles.
Yeah, but 4 or 5 years ago, Jared Anderson was he only have 13 fights. So 4 or 5.
No, I'm saying like if you would have if we had a hot tub time machine and we can put this Jared Anderson against the Luis Ortiz 4 or 5 years ago, everybody was avoiding. Yeah. He would have got crushed.
Oh, he said
he would have been giving them crazy angles.
Oh, so you said Ortiz, he the boogeyman?
Yeah, he used to be. I mean, everybody scared of him no more. You know?
He used to be the boogeyman.
Yeah. Now he's just the old man. Now he's just the old man. He ain't the boogeyman no more.
I thought we debunked that on this channel, man. We pulled up Luis Ortiz's resume, man. This man he don't won the FE car box, the heavyweight title. He won the Fidelity belt. They call it 30 watt belt. He won the WBC and the WBA Latino heavyweight titles. Man, Ortiz had about 6-7 belts, man. In the heavyweight division.
But no, I was here when you did that.
Yeah.
I was here when you did that. Coach, that really wasn't fair, though. That really wasn't fair. That really wasn't fair. You was real unfair with him, Coach. Come on now. You know everybody dunked him.
I know. No, man.
You really wasn't fair. You drug his ass on that show. I was here for that.
Listen, check this out. The man had an opportunity to fight Anthony Joshua prior to Andrew Ruiz fighting him. He turned the fight down.
No, he didn't.
Well, what happened?
No, he didn't turn the fight down. They turned the fight down.
Who was they?
Joshua turned that fight down.
No.
That was his whole reason for signing over there.
No.
That's why he signed with them both.
No, remember.
He wanted that fight.
Remember when Joshua came to America to fight what's the name? Big Baby Miller. Big Baby Miller got popped with PEDs. So when he got popped with PEDs, so they suspended him. He couldn't fight. So Anthony Joshua and them offered the next guy up. They offered the Ortiz the fight. Ortiz team turned it down.
Ortiz was already gone at that point. Ortiz was already gone. He signed over there like 2 years before that.
No. I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. Yo, Ortiz was with the PBC. He was offered that fight at the PBC, and he turned it down. Then they offered the next PBC fighter to fight, which was Andrew Ruiz, and Andrew Ruiz took the fight, and they beat him. That's how they beat him.
No, this the thing. He signed with whoever Joshua signed with. Ortiz signed with them first. That's how he got the boogeyman moniker. Because Joshua ducked him. Joshua ain't want no smoke. Look it up. So he signed over there first before he signed with PBC.
All right,
he left them because he couldn't get the Joshua fight.
So what I'm saying is, what you're saying is, when Big Baby Miller got popped dirty, when Joshua fought in Madison Square Garden, what you saying that Andy Ruiz never turned down an offer? Anthony Joshua never offered him the fight, and he didn't turn it down. That's what you're saying?
You mean Luis Ortiz?
Yeah, Luis Ortiz. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But remember this: he had already been knocked out by Wilder around that time. He already had been knocked out by Wilder the first time. He was supposed to fight Joshua way before, 2-3 years before that.
Okay, I'm not talking about 2-3 years before that. I'm specifically talking about when Andy Ruiz, before Andy Ruiz fought Anthony Joshua, it was supposed to be Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz team turned the fight down. They got offered $7 million to fight Anthony Joshua in place of Jared Anderson. They turned that fight down. That's how Andy Ruiz got to fight Joshua. You don't remember that?
I don't remember that one. I don't remember that.
All right.
I don't remember that one.
Okay. All right. But listen, man. Shout out to Vovo Rest, man. Salute to you, fam. Thanks for coming.
All right, my brother. Yeah.
Yes,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm just. Hey, I stick by what I said about the boogeyman. they said that everybody was avoiding him. This man don't turn down all type of fights. Listen, there was another fight. What other fight he just turned down? He was the WBA mandatory or something like that, supposed to fight in the title eliminator for the WBA, and he turned that down. Which fight that was? Let me pull that up. He was ranked number 1 after he beat Charles Martin. After he beat Charles Martin, he was ranked number 1, said he hurt his hand. He's supposed to fight somebody. Who that was in the WBA? I forgot who the fight. I'm gonna pull it up. Was it Ergovich? I think it was Ergovich, if I'm not mistaken. It could have been Ergovich. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It could have been Ergovich or one of those guys. He turned the fight down. So I'm like, I just find it hard to believe that Luis Ortiz was this boogeyman of the division. He's on record turning fights down. You know what I mean? So I disagree with my brother Bobo Rents on that. But yeah, man. I remember that like it was yesterday with Joshua. When Jared Miller got Big Baby Miller got popped dirty. It was they went to the next guy. They offered Luis Ortiz the fight, and he said he was going to fight Wilder later on down the line. They turned that fight down. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. They turned that fight down, and then he ended up picking Andrew Ruiz. Andrew Ruiz was at his mama's house sleeping on the damn couch, and he ended up beating Joshua. Shout out to Lisa Bells. Shout out to Lisa Bells. And what to say? Shout out to Jamie. What to say? He said, yes, coach, that's correct. Yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday. You know what I mean? So, I mean, this ain't no shade on the boogeyman. The boogie. Hey, you know what? Listen, okay, so Bobo, but dog Bobo say that he got the boogeyman moniker from when he was with Top Rank. I thought not Top Rank, but the Zone, with Matchroom. I remember. See, I always thought that the boogeyman thing, that was a marketing ploy that they put out there, that the PBC put out there, right? Because they always put out all types of slogans. Ortiz, the boogeyman of the division. I'm like, this dude been boxing since 1972. He couldn't get nobody in the ring. Nobody. You know what I mean? So everybody just been avoiding him. You know what I mean? I don't agree with that. But shout out to Clarence. He say so basically all the PBC fighters duck and smoke. Hey, I'm just saying. Let's give everybody a round of applause, man. Hey, what did say, Jay? Jay say Big Otto. I remember we called him Otto Wallin. Big Otto. But don't nobody want to fight Big Otto, boy. Otto Wallin. He said Big Otto still the real boogeyman of the heavyweight division. Big Otto. You know what I mean? Big Otto coming through. You know what I mean? Dillian White pulled out the fight with him. Big Otto trying to get the smoke. He can't get no smoke. Shout out to my sister Nick. What did they say? These widows denied what was happening as it happened back then. So, years later, they're going to stick to the script. Well, y'all something else, boy. Y'all something else. Yeah, Big Otto, man. They got Big Otto, man. They got Big Otto. Bobo, what'd you say, Bobo? Bobo say, he said Luis Ortiz signs Matchroom in 2016 to get the Joshua fight, but he never got it. That's how he became the boogeyman. Hey, well, just because he didn't get the fight at the time, don't mean that he the boogeyman. Just because he didn't get the fight at that time, that don't necessarily mean he the boogeyman. He had an opportunity to fight the man in 2019 when Joshua came to New York. He turned the fight down. Literally. They turned the fight down. $7 million offer. He turned it down. I found it hard to believe that you don't remember that. I really don't believe it. I mean, I believe it, but it's just kind of hard to believe. He said maybe because it was on short notice, but that ain't the point. Even if it's on short notice, that's an excuse. If he turned the fight down, that's to me that's a duck because Andrew Ruiz took that fight on short notice. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Andrew Ruiz took that fight on short notice. Remember, Andrew Ruiz is at his mama's house eating tacos, sleeping on the couch. He took that fight on short notice, and he ended up beating doggone Anthony Joshua. So if Luis Ortiz turned the fight down because of short notice, he ducked him. He didn't want the fight. That's all I'm saying. He didn't want the fight, And then he turned out another fight. Ortiz just turned out another fight. Last year, after he fought Martin, he turned out another fight. I think it was the fight Ergovich or something like that. Shout out to Ali Maddox.
Hey, okay.
He said he was the boogeyman and boogered his butt down the road. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, man, it is what it is. Hey, man, you know what though, man? Hey, now listen. Now we got to listen. Let me tell y'all now. We got the Tenderoni coming on tomorrow. We don't need no internet gangsters calling the show. We don't need no. As a matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna let the phone calls call me in while I'm doing an interview, right? Do something different. You know what I mean? She's from LA. She's from LA. We had a Tenderoni on the show. You know what I mean? You know, she signed the Freeway records. You know, she's in LA. We gonna see, do she have any hits? You know, ask her stuff about his. We're gonna talk about boxing and stuff like that. She don't really know much about boxing, so we ain't gonna put all that on her. But you know, we're gonna have a Tenderoni on the show tomorrow. We don't need. Listen, I don't need no. I don't need no shooters calling into the show tomorrow. I don't need no gang members. I'm talking about internet gangs. I don't need don't throw your set up. You know, none of that stuff there. I don't want to hear nothing about pulling up. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear nothing about pulling up. He said, "What's her name?" Her name is Ebony Taylor. Ebony Taylor. I don't want to hear nothing about pulling up. None of that stuff. Drop the Addy. Tell her to drop the Addy. Tell her to drop the Addy. Hey, Ebony, drop the Addy. You know, come to Memphis. Hey, shout out to Kermit. Hey, okay. Drop another half of bam, dub on your boy. Cash out.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Tell her to drop the Addy. Drop the Addy. Gang, 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 gang. Yeah, what's up? Well, yeah, drop the Addy. Where you at? Where you at? We don't need that. We don't need. I'm telling you. You come over here talking that flip flam. You know, we ain't coming up with that. We ain't doing that, dumb man. We ain't doing that, dumb man. Hey, Lisa, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Tenderoni's come on the show. I don't need no gang members. I don't want to hear. Listen, these are the words that I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear I'm gonna pull up. I don't want to hear I got shooters. I don't want to hear you's a bitch. You's a, you know, your whole ass nigga, bitch ass nigga. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear gang gang. I don't want to hear drop the Addy. Those are the 7 words I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear any of those phrases. No, we ain't doing none of that. Okay? I don't want to do none of that. If you call this show tomorrow, and when we got the Tenderoni on, now you can threaten me all you want. I don't care. But when we got the Tenderoni on, I don't want to hear none of that. I just want to let you know that. I'm telling you. That's a first way ticket to get kicked out the program. First way ticket to get kicked out the program. You know what I mean? I don't care what set you claiming. I don't care what color you claiming. I was interviewing Melvin Farmer, right? I was interviewing Melvin Farmer. You know, the OG, you know, he don't like being called OG. You know what I mean? So I was interviewing the activist Melvin Farmer. You know, he's the founder of the H-Ray, the H-Ray gang out there in Los Angeles, in Los Angeles on the west side. And dang, what did he say? He said that, because I told him I'm coming out to LA, right? I have family living South Central. But I'm like, man, you know, if you're not from, listen, let me tell you guys something before we go. If you're not from LA, California is like a whole nother world. California is like another country by itself. It's like, to me, it's like it's not even a part of the United States. Because when you go to California, there's a whole nother code, a culture out there. It's the gang culture, especially in LA. And you got to learn certain rules, certain things you can't wear, certain neighborhoods you can't wear certain colors in. Bro, literally, like when you go to LA, you ain't from there, you got to get a manual. Hey, look here, give me the LA manual. Where I can wear, where I can go. Because I was talking to Melvin. I said, man, well, what can I wear? Okay, can I wear red? I can't. Well, I don't want to wear red. But then I wear blue. I can't wear blue. So what can I wear? Without getting, well, you know, the Bloods, they wear brown, they wear black. You know, the P-Stones wear this. You know, the Pyrus wear that. You know, the Bounty Hunters wear this. You know, and then we got the Hoovers over there. Then we got the Rolling 20s, the Rolling 60s. I'm like, they wear this. I said, yeah, well, nigga, okay. So what I gotta walk through naked? So I gotta go to LA with just some white boxers on. Can I wear all white? Can I wear all white? Some white boxers, white socks, a white tank top, white beater, white jeans. Like, what's a neutral color? What's a neutral color? You see what I'm saying? So he told me, nah, they ain't really tripping on that no more about what clothes you wear. He said what they tripping on is the hats. So if you wear like a sports hat, if you wear like a San Diego Padres hat, the baseball hats represent a certain game. That's what he told me. So if you wear a Padres hat or if you wear a San Francisco Giants hat, that represents the bounty hunters. Well, I don't know which hat represents which game, but that's what he was telling me though. So I said, well, then, so I can't wear hats. I said, okay, I ain't gonna wear no hat. What else can I do? What else can I do? Bro, it's too much, dog. It's too much.
True.
It's too much, bro. It's too much. Do you know how stupid this is? It's too much, dog. When you go to LA, you're literally going to a whole nother country. Why I got to learn all of this? So I got to, okay, hold on. So let me get this straight. So I got to call my family, send me a manual and what I can and can't wear. All right, look here, cuz, now you can't wear this. You see, hold on. What kind of toothbrush you got? I got a green and white toothbrush. Green and white toothbrush? No, you can't let the homies see that green and white toothbrush. That green and white toothbrush will get you killed. Like literally, I'm interviewing the OG Melvin Farmer, and he told me if I wear the wrong cap, if I wear the wrong baseball or football cap, literally, that can get you killed.
True.
Nigga, I'm damn near 50 years old. You trying to tell me that I'm gonna get killed for wearing a hat? Bro, bro, did you know how dumb that is? Literally. So I'm not gonna get killed for harming someone in your family. I'm not gonna get killed for disrespecting you or someone in your family. I'm not gonna get killed for, so now I'm talking about all of these, of course you'll get killed for stuff like that, but I'm gonna get killed for wearing the wrong hat. Nigga, I'm not even from LA. I lived in LA. I live in the Rolling 20s area. I live off of Cimarron and 24th Street, right off of Adams Avenue, right by the 10 freeway, right? So, I got to learn all this. God damn. You know, he said, Coach, you can't braid your hair either. Man, this is man. God. Anyways, man. You know what? It remind me, Nick Rich, it remind me of the song that Ice Cube came out with. Remember Ice Cube came out with a song in 1991, How to Survive in South Central? How to Survive in South Central. A place where busting the cap is fundamental. No, you can't get the shit in the handbook. Yeah, I gotta get a manual on how to survive in Los Angeles. And I'm dead serious. They gotta get us okay, so I probably can't. I can't wear my Shawty Big Nuts. So I can't come out. I can't wear Shawty Big Nuts. No, you can't wear Shawty Big Nuts. What, Jersey man? Well, you got that blue hat on. You got the sky blue hat on with the Shawty Big Nuts hoodie. Yeah, if you wear this out here, homie, you know what I mean. You know, you go through Inglewood. You know, on Pyru, they see you with that there, man. You know, it ain't no telling. And guess what? You can't wear blue shoestrings neither. I got some white shoes with some blue shoestrings. Now, I know the blue shoestring is a no-no. Well, when I was out there, it was. You can't wear blue shoestrings because, you know, this blue shoestrings mean something as well. It's too much, dog. It's too much. Now, he told me I can wear the Gucci hat. He said, no, you can wear the Gucci hat. But he got me spooked now. True. Hey, Jitterbug, look here, man. Jitterbug, look here. Look here. I'm here with my family. I got a lot of family out there. And all jokes aside, though, it's crazy. It's crazy. You get what I'm saying? Like this some bullshit. It's literally some bullshit. Reese Mack said, who made those rules up? Specifically, who? Who sat down and thought those rules up? I don't know, man. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. You know, I don't bang, I rock the good rhymes. The whole scenery reminded me of good times. You know what I mean? Homie walked up. He said, what set you claim? I don't bang, I rock the good rhymes. The whole scenery reminded me of good times. I don't bang, man. I'm not a gang banger. I'm not affiliated. None of that. I'm not a member. None of that. You know what I mean? Okay, I can't wear hats. I can't wear certain shoestrings. I can't brush my teeth with a certain toothbrush. Okay, I can't brush my teeth with certain toothpaste. All right, I can't wear no belt. If I wear a belt, that means something. I I can't look to the left. If I look to the left, that means I'm affiliated with the left tree Crips. If I look to the right, that means that I'm affiliated with the Pyru Bloods. So just look straight. So you can't look left. You can't look right. You can't wear hats. I can't wear shirts. I can't wear sweaters. I can't wear shoes with certain color shoestrings. Nigga, what can I wear? What can I wear? Anybody. You know what I mean? Hey, Misfit say, be careful out there, coach. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. Cause I gotta go to LA. I gotta go to LA to not only just see my family, but to hook up with Freeway and stuff like that. So I gotta go to LA. But no, it's crazy though. It's crazy. I'm gonna be in good hands now. I'm gonna be in good hands. You know what I mean? Anywhere I go, I always make sure I'm gonna be Gucci. You know what I mean? I don't go nowhere by myself, so I'm always gonna be in good hands. But it's just goddamn, to me, it's crazy. It's crazy. Nigga, what can I wear? You know what I mean? Round of applause, man. Oh man, what to say, Nick? You say first time in LA back in '95, and I went to Kmart. A dude snatched the lady's purse in front of me, in front of the entrance. She beat his ass. Yeah, you know, just saying, you know. Hey, he said, well, the LDBC had and you would be good, coach. Boy, hush. Why that old garbage ass? Hey, they gonna be like, nigga, where that old garbage ass shit? I best right away. I best right away. That's a show enough. That's a show enough red flag, man. Salute, man. Niggas. Every time I see that video now, that video, I keep thinking about what Food Revolution say. She say, what does cheeks and water have to do? Say, what does cheeks have to do with water? What do cheeks got to do with water? You know, apparently the cheeks. you know, you got to. You know, when you're dealing with the cheeks and water, you know, you got to. Hey, man, shout out to the ops.
Fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
It is what it is,
Shut
man.
that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut
to
that
win.
soft. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Hey, shout out to my dog, Booger Ray.
Make it last forever. Don't let I love me.
Shout out to my dog, AB.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
Man, shout out to the ops one more time.
Put your soul in ether. Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly. I prove you lost already.
Hey, man, look here, man. You know what we got to do? When we're trying to make money over here on the channel, man, we got to come together as a group of people, and we have to collectivize in order to be successful in today's
I run
time.
every kind of bitch, every kind of place, and I know one thing.
When it comes down on you, you either collectivize or you run like a solitary rat.
So that's all I'm saying.
Come on, man. Come on, yo.
That's all I'm talking about, man. It is what it is, man. Once again, it's on. Once again, it's on. Shout out to Wakanda. Oh, Lord, I swear to God, when I see that whole ass nigga coach man like how ways, I'm gonna put them paws on him. Nigga, Wakanda forever, bitch. Oh, Lord, he threw Wakanda through that fence. Wakanda is dead. Oh, Lord. Only paws.
Hurting the group. I'm the best thing ever happened to this damn group. Nobody's bigger than the group. Y'all ain't stupid. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me. They coming to see the Temptations. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Yes, sir, man. You know I love these Wakandas, man. Without Wakanda, I would be nothing. Yes, sir. Once again, it's on. It's about Coach Malachi Williams signing out. True Media Today USA Boxing, man. We all about the truth over here, man. We the truth when it comes to this boxing shit. And the hottest thing in the YTBC. It is what it is. Yeah, I said it. Once again, it's on. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We got the Tenderoni coming on tomorrow. So I need everybody to be in their best behavior. No goons, no alphabet boys, none of that there. We're going to show respect. We're going to put some respect on this sister named the lovely Ebony Taylor. See you guys tomorrow, man. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.